Wah!
Hello, I am Ruby.Griffiths.8 across social media. I play our adorable mini little fae Razz as a ranger here and my trusty sidekick Rupestress. That's Sir Rupestress to you.
And now that you all can actually hear me, next we have underneath Razz.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
I was like listening and I couldn't tell.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. There we go.
Resetting. Hi everybody. My name is Chelsea. I go by Musicaholic492 on a lot of the social medias. I do cosplay, I do nerdy stuff, I do D&D, TTRPG, and today, as you can see, I am playing Belle Marwood, our infernus biker that has started to become a sorcerer. She's not nervous. No, what are you talking about? No.
There's nothing to be nervous about. Just going into the halls of an ancient academy that has been reworked by the last Dragon Rider, who possibly made it crazy. Up next, we have hiding beneath his desk.
It's high.
Yes!
Not even a hydrate for me to drink deeply with.
I did apologize beforehand. Oh, yes. So, whenever you thought I was defeated, the little rockets were gonna take over. Yes, we're coming for you. Yeah.
That was the
About
best.
that, everybody.
That was the best ever.
Got some weird rabbits around our house. I do apologize. Oh no, I broke my camera.
Oh no! There we go. Lovely.
Hey everybody,
Welcome
I
back.
am gamejunkiesonline. You can call me Justin. Your resident sad boy chaos man, Rat's cat. Playing our glowing pink mushroom guy who's probably gonna end up being the dad of the group. Variedawnt. And yeah, I think that's me.
Don't make me cry. You're gonna make me cry.
He
Shut up.
is, in fact, the oldest out of all of you by quite a margin.
Yeah.
My lord. The granddad of the group.
The granddad of the group. There we go. We
Yes.
skip over dad just up to granddad.
Honestly, yeah.
Followed by our feline sorcerer, wizard. Wizard specifically, very different.
It is very different. She will happily. Hello, everybody. I'm Kristi. I go by Firefly99 on most social media. And I'm playing
We're dropping
Oriana,
like flies.
the Qatar.
What you
Can
guys
you
don't
hear me?
know is before stream.
Yes.
Yes, we can. We talked about how no one knows what technical issues are.
Ha! Ah!
Oh my gosh. I'm playing Oriana, the Qatari wizard. She's a big nerd and is very excited to be back at school.
Oh, right. Need to talk.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I have notes.
People remembering secret things they want to do this session.
I was rereading my notes and was realizing things that I don't think I realized at the same time while things were happening last time. So, yeah.
Sounds like we're in for some interesting happenings this session as we head on over to our local druid.
Hi, I'm Fern. You can find me on yougotafern or Why Not Fern on Instagram. I play Lo, our mischievous harlequin druid who does everything by the book. Yeah, that's me. I'm your resident non-binary queer theater artist.
And up next, we have to my right. I think.
Again.
Don't make me second guess. I know my directions.
I don't.
Right.
I am Swolfie. You can find me at this here everywhere. Let's put it in the chat.
The underscore.
I am playing Hugrokk, our resident warrior. And yeah, I'm tired today. I'm gonna be a little low energy. I'm sorry, just a warning.
No worries.
All good.
We're all here to just have fun and explore the magical world of Wormhole Academy, including myself. Hi, I'm Zatara. You can find me at Zatara everywhere, essentially. Except for where you are right now, most likely, which is Zatara's Tavern, which is my Twitch channel, which I am most active at. Thank you all so much for joining us over here on my Twitch channel as we dive into Fables of Atramen and Orientation Day after a little bit of partying, as our crew has survived the entry exam and now get to really explore the academy as well as meet some of the Lolthus that are going to teach them how to become the next generation of Dragon Riders. But first, we have a little intro for you. There it is.
Intro. Bunny attack!
La-la-la-la-la.
Not even attempting to say it before we get back. Welcome back, everyone. Let us dive into the world of Atramen. Last time, you all finished your entrance exam. Come on. Music. There we go. You all finished your entrance exams and submitted your Sparkets, which Eadni gladly accepted, seeing a few other of the students that you will be learning with, I suppose. You follow Eadni down the road, through a wood, over a river, and to the bastion-like, or light bastion-like Academy of Wormhole. A more large chateau or mansion-style building than grand schoolyard. It didn't look to be a building of many extravagant rooms or twisting, whirling hallways, but a building old, made of white stucco walls, red slate roof with a kind of Tudor-style turreted appearance. With a few words from Eadni, you were all led inside, making your way through the vestibule and entering into present day, where we left off. You all follow Eadni through the rich mahogany-walled vestibule, a pyramid of stained glass above, casting a cascade of various colors and shapes underneath you. Enter into the foyer that leads into the grand dining hall. Here in this space, it is instantly alive with light and color and just the aroma of delicious food. You walk in, there are 2 long tables that stretch about 20 feet long by about 5 feet wide, in the center just decked out with various fruits, morning meats of bacon, sausage, potatoes, various, just a huge spread. The room itself, towering domed ceiling, the ceiling itself painted with a mural that depicts what seemingly is the story of the inkpot gods above you. The walls, that same reaching columns of red mahogany, and that stucco, the stucco breaks between the pillars with red kind of bracers going across. Heavy oak floors dash towards the very back, where there's a grand fireplace sitting behind another sectioned off table that's kind of a semicircle facing, with a kind of open part facing where all the students sit, where you can presume that the Lorthus will sit, or the teachers will sit. Which is proven correct, as you see various form rise from the chairs that sit there, kind of making themselves known as you enter in, besides Eadni. Then you hear Eadni go, "Ah, my fellow Lorthus, I'm glad you could all make it on time." Takes a few steps forward, you hear the clack of his cane kind of echo around, and as you look up, there's small little, almost porthole style windows that have that same stained glass motif in them. The stained glass themselves is striking, with images of various just creatures, some of which you recognize, some of which you don't, just emblazoned and idolized here, casting small little beams of light diagonally down, also casting the images of those creatures onto the floor. Where you can see on the floor, it seems as if there are different little borders painted onto the wooden floor at the different stages of the sun, so that the image of the creature is bordered by something as different as the time goes on during the day. As he steps forward, Eadni starts to enunciate more, kind of letting the echoes work for him and bounce his voice back to you, not turning around. Going, "This is where you will eat every meal of the day, my dear students. Prepared lovingly by our cook and teacher himself." Where'd he go? And you kind of hear coming from the right side, there's a doorway that's a tall arch, and you hear the sound of kitchen work and cries coming from that direction. The heavy shuffling of footfalls as emerging a towering, maybe 8 feet tall form. His light gray skin is contrasted by deep forest green leather apron he wears. Thick log-like arms move back and forth as this fungrel character, the aforementioned Greymond Clotfrill, emerges. Resembling the Horn of Plenty mushroom, he who has a trumpeted style head that kind of opens up into a large trumpeted bell. Across the dark forest green apron, he just has knives of various uses and utilities strapped across one side, and then sharpening implements as well as spoons, spatulas. He is decked out and ready, huge oven mitts on his hand, which he kind of takes off, revealing his four-fingered. Each of his fingers would probably equal the size of Ruby or the size of Razz. As he goes forward and goes, welcome to Wormhole Academy. I hope you enjoy the feast. If there's anything that you doth wish to dine on, please let one of my little spoilings know." And he kind of raises his hand, and you all feel a slight pressure in your mind for a moment, and then a slight and around you start seeing out of the shadows little black forms that shift and shimmer and then change to this kind of cream light tan color as these tiny little sporelings phase into your purview of vision. Goes,
these are my spores, essentially. If you ever need any help getting around, or need some food, or just in general, they're around. Keep an eye out for the tiny doors in the corner of the walls. Understood?
various people goes like, yeah.
Welcome to the academy. You will never be hungry here. The kitchen is always open 24/7. Now, I have a bit more food to prepare. This is just the first course. We have dessert coming. You had a long night. Enjoy!
He turns, his body kind of shifting, and he, while broad and large, he seems to move with a kind of lightness to him as he shuffles his way back into the archway and out of your vision. Eadni, kind of holding the breath that Clotfro cut off, goes, well, it saves me the time. Grayman Clotfrill, everyone. He's very talented in what he does, and he will take very good care of us, yeah. I can't hear you, though.
Hi.
There we go.
What are you
Now I
trying
can
to
hear
hear?
you.
Oh no, I was just saying in my mind, Grayman Cloth. I was repeating it
Oh,
so
okay.
I can
I
remember
gotcha.
So Grayman Clotford, is that right?
Graymond Clotfrill. So G-R...
Graymond Clotfrill.
Yeah.
Graymond Clotfrill. Sorry, I repeat names
Oh,
sometimes.
no, that's
so that
good.
way it's in my brain because I'm better with visuals than with auditory things.
If you
so
ever...
I was just repeating it.
Oh, yeah. If you ever need me to repeat any names or important information, please just ask.
Thank you.
You can keep spelling it.
Yeah. Greymond space Clotfrill.
Graymond Clotfeared. It's gonna take a while for me to get it in my
Graymond
brain.
Clotfrill.
Clotfrill.
Graymond
Got it.
Clotfield. Graymond Clotfield. Awesome. I will be going to your notes, Kristi. Thank you.
Now,
That's
before
why I take them.
I dive into introducing you to the rest of your authors, and he kind of gestures to the forms to the left and right of him and goes, take your seats and dig in. You've earned it. This food should rejuvenate your bodies and empower you to be able to venture into the rest of the day. He kind of, as he has been saying this as he's been approaching and kind of standing next to his fellow teachers. As he does, he pushes back his chair, sits, and starts digging into the food himself. You can see one of the Lorthus who you've already met, Tail, the Master at Arms, the Red Ant Fae Master of Arms, kind of shake her head and hover down next to him. She sits at the left hand of Eadni. And the students around you dash towards the table and start digging in. There is a slew of food here. Pancakes, eggs Benedict, sausages, Dutch babies, a whole bunch, just a huge breakfast slew. And various styles of drinks, both fruited, coffee, and otherwise.
So is it like a buffet? Is it just like a spread on the table?
It's a giant spread on the table with multiples of everything. And you, as you kind of go and start eating the food and digging in, you see those little sporelings kind of run up. That these sporelings are little kind of round puffballs. As you look at them, they have a slight frizz to them, but they each have a little bit of a mushroom dome to the top. So they kind of look like little light tan puffballs that are running around with those like cone style hats. Yeah, kind of. And they have
like
tiny little
puffballs from
arms.
Spirited Away.
Their arms seem to almost phase in and out of existence. As they seem to just be kind of collections of spore particles that coalesce and grab and connect to things, as the same with their legs. One of these fey creatures emerges with the food, will come running out from where Grayman left, carrying a tray of food, skitters around the corner, places it on the table, removes an empty one, and then skitters back towards the kitchen.
Oh.
Yes, Belle?
I'm not going to the table. I'm gonna go head over to the kitchen where the cook went. I want to talk to him real quick. If it's just very quickly. If he's too busy, then that's fine. But Belle, even if she might be hungry, she's like, I gotta get this out of my system first. It's gonna head over to the cook.
You make your way over to the kitchen. You look around, and as you approach the large archway, you look inside and see that you're not looking into the kitchen, but a large greenhouse. Green-colored glass goes up with heavy gold kind of metalwork arches that keep it all in place, with a multi-tiered ceiling. Rows of various herbs and vegetables and some exotic plants that you don't quite recognize, and some that you very much do, as some of the exclusive frozen fruits of Estos that Estos is known for. They're kind of variant strain that have special potion properties, as well as often sought after as high-grade ingredients that have more benefits to eating when used properly in cooking. You kind of take a step in, and one of the little sporelings, you feel some tugging at the bottom of your leg.
Oh, you are just adorable. Hi, I'm so sorry. Any chance I could talk to Cook Graymond very quickly? I understand if he's very busy, but I just want to see him for just a minute. Just one little minute, please.
You see the sporling looking up at you. It doesn't really have eyes. It just kind of has. Thank you for this up. Just kind of has. It's almost just like darker spots of its normal tone. It's a strange creature. It is like a spore puff that just has coalesced into sentience. It kind of turns back towards the kitchen. It's more kind of trumble out. Some running, some kind of tumbling over in, almost like a dust cloud kind of style. They coalesce and pile on top of each other in a tall pillar. And you see two round black eyes and kind of the face of Grayman Clotfro appear on top of this kind of wavering puffball tower.
Sorry, lass, I'm kind of a bit busy back here. What can I do for you?
Kind of wavers back on this pillar of spore puffs.
This is very new and strange to Belle. I think she's a little unsure of how to react at first.
Sorry to be off-putting to you. My specific...
No.
This is normal for my specific bloodline of fungal. Our spores are little mini versions of ourselves that are all kind of connected to the central pod.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a lot of Anyways, that's not here or there.
That's why you're here, to learn, correct?
Yeah, and I've already been informed by Eadni, as she tries really hard to pronounce his name right, but probably still gets it wrong because of her accent.
Perfect, actually.
Thank you. But he has told me you probably have a system of sorts of how things work, but if you just need any help in the kitchen, you're welcome to flag me down. I'm quite used to a busy life, preparing food, if that makes any sense. And actually, it helps me relax. So, if you need help, great. If not, I understand people have their preferences and such.
You see his face is kind of eggplant shaped, if we're being honest. He has a heavy chin that just kind of emerges out of his, well, now spore puffball torso, and big mouth that doesn't have lips, but is just kind of a line that disappears and opens in his mycelium form. He's much less... You've seen Variedawnt, probably one of the first fungal you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Who is a bit more humanoid, in his appearance. He has a more classic human style face and body proportions, but his skin is a bit more fungal. Clotfrill is much more fungus than human, having hardly any humanoid aspect besides being bipedal with limbs and eyes and a mouth. When you saw his real form, his eyes were kind of just glowing, loading bundles of spore, and his mouth was that same line. It seems here when he's being projected through his little sporelings, he has kind of black eyes with that same mouth.
I love a self-starter. How about this? What is your name, by the way?
It's Belle.
Pleasure
Belle
to
Marwood.
meet you, Lady Belle. How about this? Once a week, pick a day, pick a morning, you can come and help in the kitchens make breakfast for the school. We can count it as extra credit. If you come and help, I'll teach you some things I know, as well as maybe some of the more earthen magics that are bequeathed to me through my ancestry. We can let the Grand Caller know, and that will affect your final grades at the end of the year. How about that?
Oh shit! There's actually grades. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to swear. Yeah, that's
You don't have to worry about that here. Eadni swears, well, actually, no, that Finstrel has quite a mouth on him when you get him going in card games.
Oh, really?
I swear he cheats.
Belle just starts giggling at this.
You hear a ring, 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 ring from the kitchen, and he kind of looks back and goes,
I should probably look at that. Does that sound good to you, though?
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Thank you. Cook Great Mouth. Well,
You can just call me Gray.
Gray. All right, Gray. Thank you. I
Or
appreciate it.
Lorthu Clotfrill, but Gray's much easier, and that Lorthu thing is hard for me to say as well. When you decide on a date, go find one of the small doors in the walls and knock on them. A Spaulding will appear, and then I'll know.
All right, I'll get that, but I will eat first while your food's popping hot. I've been told
Thank
that's
you.
the
I
best to
was
do it.
just about to mention that.
I figured you would. All right, thank you. Bye. And she will leave a little bit happier with a little pep in her step, but stomach growl, and then go to the table.
making your way
Sit.
back, kind of shuffling through, looking for a familiar face.
Mhm.
What are the familiar faces doing?
Is that us?
Yes.
that is me.
Razz
No,
has
it's
taken up
that.
residence, like, on a centerpiece, like, kind of lounging in a pot with, like, a comically oversized glass of ale and, like, eating any sorts of, like, fruits and breads and pastries and things, and just probably for the first time since, like, really being here, just being like, all right, we're having fun. It's the party now.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
As Variedawnt sits down, can I try something weird?
Of course.
Okay. As Belle comes back in, I guess, I want to try and connect to the fungal network to ask the cook some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it's fungal. I want to try and play with it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
That's so cool.
So as you,
So,
as
really cool.
Razz
Yeah.
tucks in, instantly throwing into the fact that this is a celebration of your achievements, you settle down, kind of mindlessly grab some food, lock onto one of the fungal spores that run past with a tray, and mentally try to connect with him.
So I have to make a 12 instinct roll. So let's see. Fungal network, make an instinct roll 12 to use the mycelia array to speak with others of your ancestry. On a success, you can communicate across any distance.
Dang. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. I'm so excited.
All right.
got
Roll an
this.
instinct roll for me. First
Got
roll of the
this.
night.
Yeah, really, really, fucking okay.
Oh no.
Double 12 crit.
Hey. Let's keep that going, huh?
Grandpa has a grandpa.
Yeah.
Wow.
You.
To talk to the guy across the room. It was just... Okay.
You can talk to everybody. Just get in their minds like, oh.
What happens?
Roll a. Actually, no. You got a crit. You don't have to roll. You don't have to roll shit. So as a fungril and being able to connect to the mycelia network, mycelia network has been a part of Atramen since the dawn of its crafting. When it was first drawn on the canvas, the first sentient things that were made were the dragons, quickly and soon followed by the fae, and then, shortly after, followed by mycelia, a different kind of consciousness, one that doesn't walk or exist upright, but one that is intrinsic and fully connected with the actual ground itself. You kind of looked as you kind of get knocked out as to your right. You see the young girl, the young 9-10-year-old girl named Hilda, kind of drop a plate and look up. Goes, sorry, collects it and runs off before you get tuned back in. It's often a joke that Fungril all know each other, and it kind of gets overcast, but there is an ounce of truth to it. You may not all know each other, but if you try, you can remember through this ancient network of consciousness that you all share as the evolved form of this original mycelia, crafted and shaped by the original Inkpot gods. As you think back and try to connect to Clotfrill's mycelia network specifically, your mind is vaulted farther back than even your first memories. And then it comes to about when you remember the structures look the same, the cities of old that you barely remember living and thriving, vaulting through more in time to the age of the blot, those cities burning, being destroyed, and then the land shifting and changing as the new residency of these dragon eggs terraform the world to more easily and comfortably house their existence for the hundreds of years that they've laid dormant in these spots. Until you kind of come back to present day, and in the back of your mind you hear,
Didn't
Sorry to
expect
bother
to see.
you.
Oh, no, not at all.
Um,
What can I do
Just had
for
a-
you?
yeah, I'm one of the students, and I just had a quick question. So you go back into the kitchen to make more food. Is this going to be an extravagant meal? So should I eat light now and have this be across many courses, or should I just dive in? I don't want to disrespect the cook.
What a kind ideology you have there. Well, this is the first course. I just started in on dessert, which will be finished by the time that the third course comes out. So, depending on how hungry you are, I would pace yourself. Once you see fire, you know that that the meal's almost complete. Breakfast, that the meal's almost complete.
Can you elaborate on the fire?
You'll know it when you see it.
But it's nothing to be worried about.
You-
Thank you for your time.
You see, and as you see nothing to be worried about, his laugh just kind of echoes. And as it echoes out with that crit, you've never met Grim and Clopfrill before in person, but you know that as an entity within the Fungrel network, he is held in rather high standings.
Big deal. Okay.
And it's not a common ability to be able to eject someone so willingly out of a mycelia connection.
Gotcha. All right.
You kind of zone back into existence as you see Rupestris kind of belly up next to Razz. Just got some whipped cream on his nose.
That's so cute.
Oriana, what are you up to?
Oriana has found a spot kind of near Razz, but like out of the center of attention. And she has quietly reached into her little pouch and pulled out a small creature who she's had on her the whole time. And I remembered about last week. And puts him on the table and starts and cuts up some sausage to give to him. And this small creature is, if you've ever seen a picture of an ermine, they're like this big. They're very tiny little weasel creatures. And he's mostly brown with a white belly, but he's got white splotches kind of starting to come in on his sides. As the weather cools off, his coat will change for the winter. But she's just like feeding him, like alternating like bites for herself and then like feeding him little bites and letting him kind of scamper around the table because he's been stuffed in a belt pouch for a couple days at this point.
You see, he kind of letting him out. He kind of uncurls and gets big stretches back and forth. His kind of little noodle body. Then he kind of skitters over, grabs some food, and starts gnawing on it. You see, kind of looks around, looks over towards Rupestris. See Ru upside down, eyes just kind of open, and they kind of connect, and a big tongue just lays out.
Be nice. And she'll just scratch his little head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were in there for so long. It was a rough time, though, and I didn't want you to get hurt.
Grabs the food, scurries up your arm and curls in kind of in the crook of your neck and just starts nibbling away.
Oh, it's so cute. Sorry, I love animals.
And she'll
I'm
just
so excited.
keep eating. And every once in a while, making sure that he's got food on. Ready to go.
What about you, Lo?
Lo is overstimulated. Seeing all of these people around, some of which they more than likely tried to get intoxicated to fail the test. They're not in their Harlequin gear or in makeup. So a lot of it is them staring at their food and kind of just disassociating. And like glancing over every once in a while at the individuals from their homeland. And after probably the third glass of something strong, they suddenly get a little bit more motivated.
I love how you say this as you're drinking tea.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The tea bag is a ruse.
It's always a ruse.
Now, I have a quick question. Like, because you're out of your normal fit, and I'm assuming the Harlequin makeup is fairly heavy, would it be to the point where we do not recognize you?
I think
I haven't been in Harlequin makeup.
We
this
wouldn't
whole
necessarily recognize that they're the same person, maybe, but
time. No.
like, we've only seen the Harlequin side of you at the fire the first night, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
haven't been
Yeah.
in that version since we've been together, in a
Yeah.
sense. when we
No.
worked
There's a
together.
very good chance that you guys wouldn't fully connect that this is the Harlequin from the night before.
Like, Belle didn't see anything. She was off on the beach just doing other stuff. So
No, other people were out cold.
Hugrokk doesn't even know that happened. He passed,
No.
he passed out before that
He went to bed
happened.
early. Hugrokk went to bed
The
early.
most
Belle went to
reasonable.
bed.
And got the
Hugrokk is the
got the
responsible
bonus
one.
for it.
Yeah.
I would never not reward someone for going to bed early.
Jeez.
Well, I'll just go to Brand.
Noted.
Noted.
Wow.
So-
Razz is fucked.
So Lo works up a bit of motive.
Yeah. So we're all in now. So there's no more disqualification.
As
This
far
is
as you
the
know,
group.
you do know that there are going to be talks with Eadni. He said that they were going to be one-on-ones with everyone.
Not feeling much of an appetite, Lo is going to look to Razz, pat their pocket, and dip off into a different area that's a little bit more secluded.
Okay. Are you trying to get out of the dining hall?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Belle?
What, since I'm coming back from the cook, would I notice this at all? If not,
Let's
totally
see.
fine.
Let's
I
see.
just wanted
Which
Being
there's three
very
there's
discreet.
there's a few exits you have from the dining hall as you kind of get up and look around. There's the archway where you saw the cook go through, which is where Belle would also be coming from. There's to the left of the table where the teachers are all sitting, there seems to be a door that goes outside. It's kind of a large, that same deep red mahogany, but the panels between the kind of ridged areas are all windows, and you can see it's out into some sort of back courtyard area. There's a door to the left of that one that is currently closed. And then there is a door. There's when you look back the way you came, there's two exits there. It seems as if you came out one exit, but directly next to that one is another exit that goes forward into what you see looks to be kind of a grand hall kind of area, a large, open, bright room. So, open, bright room, closed door, outside, or the direction that the chef went.
Closed door. Yeah.
of course.
Okay. Belle, make a. I believe it's instinct. Instinct
Okay.
roll.
Okay, a very, very. I can't use disarming presence or a chef's touch. That's
Perceive.
not going to help me out here with those experiences. I don't think. No. Trying to see if there's anything. Hold on. With my arcane sense, and I know Belle doesn't know this, but Lo does have a magical item on them. Would that at all give me advantage to be able to perceive where they are? Because of my arcane sense, if I'm within closest range, if I'm passing by.
Having used your arcane sense earlier as well, you know that most of the people that were in your party before have some sort of magical effect to them.
Yeah.
So you can, so
Okay.
you would know that before. But yeah, you can, if you kind of want to. Is arcane sense just a thing that you have? Like, is it a thing you have to activate, or is it a thing
No,
that's just
it's
kind
a
of
class
constant?
feature that says you can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range. So it's kind of constantly on.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I kind of love that actually.
Yeah. I want to see if I can use that to help me with advantage or something. If not,
Yeah,
totally fine. Because again,
absolutely
Belle is
give you
newbie at this.
advantage.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Actually,
Alright, so-
actually,
Mm-hmm.
you have a straight roll, but you're going to get some different information because of your arcane sense.
Okay. That sounds very fair. Especially because she is such a newbie. Okay.
Would it be any sort of opposed to Lo's stealth?
Yeah, if you want to roll specific stealth, Fern, absolutely go for it.
Okay, so
Which would be a,
Finesse.
yeah,
so that is a 19, but is with fear.
19 with fear. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that fear, which I
Yes, you
fixed.
will. It's not gonna bite me in the butt later.
That is a 20.
Of course. So close. Damn
Also
it.
with fear.
Also with fear. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, 11 and a 9. Oh, sorry, 21 because +1 for finesse.
So
Amazing.
close. So close.
Bill, as you exit out of the kitchen, kind of turn back through that archway and head back into the dining hall, there's something that catches the corner of your eye kind of in the back left corner as you face the one door that goes outside and the one door that's closed. But as you kind of just passively tap into your arcane sense, you're suddenly overwhelmed by just the sheer amount of magic in this room. The forest was a little overwhelming, but this is almost overstimulating. It kind of whelms you at first, which in that time, will you get the door? It's locked.
Oh, I'm picking that lock.
Then roll a finesse check for me.
Yeah, I am. With everyone distracted and doing stuff, this is the perfect opportunity to figure out the things that are not being presented.
Oh, I love that.
Finesse. All right. Another finesse roll.
Of course, Belle gets overstimulated and
Finesse is
can't
the
do
stealthy
anything.
stealth.
Okay, I'm rolling well. That time it was a 20 with hope.
20 with hope. So take your hope.
I literally just flipped the rolls.
How do you pick the luck?
With a few tools of the trade, being someone who often playing Harlequin roles sometimes offends individuals, so making a hasty escape and needing to get into places for shelter is just a part of the game. So taking out what discreetly looks like a bracelet that is just a metal band around their wrist and taking out just a pin out of their hair, they combine the two together and just begin to pick the lock. But they're singing an undertone over it to kind of make it look like they are doing it behind their back, leaning against the door, and singing as though they're just, admiring the scene as they're slowly picking that lock.
Perfect. So, Belle, as you emerge, see that thing in the corner of your eye, close your eyes and wrench them shut as that overwhelming magical urge happens. By the time you open them, you look back towards where that thing in the corner with your eye was, and nothing's there. As though you and close the door behind you. Belle, with that arcane sense, though, you kind of roll a presence reaction roll for me.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine with the overwhelming sense, she would kind of be standing still, temples like, just standing there, like, doing nothing.
I'll say
Maybe
if
too
you
much
want to, you can spend a stress to add manipulate magic to gain a +2 to this roll if you want to.
Sure, I'll do it. I'll move it from 2 to 3 stress. That's fine. Not close to panic attack, but okay. So reaction roll. Oh, that's not good. I need that +2. Altogether, that's a 7.
7? Okay, with and it's a reaction arrow, so no,
It's a reaction.
there's no
Yeah,
hope or
no.
fear.
No hope or
Okay.
fear.
You push through and kind of using the magic to
Oh, that's 8.
twist it a
Sorry, I
little
forgot
bit.
present. Sorry, 8. It's 8.
You try to focus in on where, because like there's magic everywhere, but there's a source that's more overwhelming than all of the others, and you try to focus on where that is, and all you can get is that it's coming from the direction of the Lorthu table. One of the teachers has a massively overwhelming magical presence that blinds you to everything else when it's activated around that teacher.
Oh god, I really need to learn how to control this. Yeah, she's just standing like unsure of what to do because she doesn't know how to get rid of this. So
That's fair. Kind of pressing your pressing the bridge of your nose, guiding your way slowly back towards the friends you made before. Low, your eyes open to a completely dark, giant library in front of you.
Beautiful. Lo is going to search around for a book about our wonderful author.
Ooh.
Okay. Entering into the library, roll a instinct. Yeah, roll an instinct for me.
Lo's first going to wild shape into something a little bit more discreet.
Smart.
They're going to turn into this tabby cat with different colored eyes and a shaggy tail and what looks like to be like a metal band and collar around their chest. And they're just gonna, I'm gonna burn 3 hope because I have so much hope right now to turn into this cat.
What color cat?
Tabby?
Purple. Yeah, fucking purple. There's a purple tabby cat.
That's what we like to see. You don't have to have normal animal colors in your druid shapes.
Absolutely not.
Shifting down into this purple.
I just thought it would be funny if all cats in the world are just orange.
Heterochromia style cat. You walk forward, and to the right, and you see just a chamber about 50 feet wide by 30 feet long by maybe you can't quite tell the height, but you can see that it is two almost 3 stories of open sky, a glass dome above that currently is just cresting with kind of the later morn sky, that light kind of gray blue with wispy clouds above, and you can see just walls and walls of books of multi-tiers. 10-foot tall, there is no ceiling, but just a balcony where the ceiling should be, going to the 2nd story of bookshelves, and then upwards to the 3rd story that you can't quite tell, but it looks to be just the border on the bottom of that glass window ceiling. There's a step down into kind of a reading alcove in the main central area. Chairs and study tables, a small workstation, some small booths that seem to be able to fit 4 or 5. There seems to be some kind of up in the back corner by one of the tall windows that can house more groups of 6 or 7, as well as a small, more private book alcove, which is just a bench, a padded bench in an archway that has just books in every nook and cranny of that arch. Looking through, what did you roll?
Was this instinct?
Yes.
Great. So I got a 2, which means I got 2 1s. So I crit, but I got like the lowest denominator.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Snake eyes are good. Is good in this game.
I keep forgetting.
Another
it's
crit.
Lo, Very, and Hugrokk that get the crits so often. Why?
So many crits.
It's
hey,
good,
it's
but
great.
why?
It's so great. You walk in and think of the author and try to decide. You don't see anything interesting in this bottom 1st floor. It seems very much like academic books, things that you guys may be needing regular access to through your studies here at the school. So you spring your way up one of the ladders that lead up to the 2nd story. Walk along the 2nd story. There's kind of mixed between the tall shelves of books. There's small archway windows that have glass imagery, but instead of the animals that were outside, it's imagery of each of the tools of the trade of the Inkpot gods. Each Inkpot god had a mastery of something or a love of something, and that image is depicted here. You see a palette, you see a quill, you see a book, a chisel, a wide array of artist tools. As you progress up to the third and final flight or landing, which is mostly just a landing for this large dome glass ceiling, but does have a small stack of bookshelves that line the bottom. You wriggle through. As you climb up this last ladder, there's kind of a grated trap door at the top that is the entrance into this third tier, which you can easily just slide through in your cat form and land up top. Look behind you, you see a very large lock that sits on top of the grate from this side, which seems to be useless for someone who can just slide through the bars as you progress your way through. And it seems like this section is older. The bindings are more worn. The leather is aged and well handled. You get to this one section that is encased in glass, kind of in the bottom of one of these bench seats that look out one of the stained glass. That look out into the domed area. And you can see that there is an array of 4 books with what looks to be a little bit of room at the end. The last book's kind of diagonal in place. And it seems as if it is, each of them are titled by the Inkpot gods. And there's one for each Inkpot god. And one book that is missing, which you can assume, knowing your knowledge of the author, possibly the book on the author is missing. Searching around, kind of opening some books that could work in this upper kind of off section. You find some reference to the author, but it's kind of just reaffirming stuff you know. That the author was the god of the father of the Inkpot gods, that he got too greedy with what he wanted from the world and the power that he held, so he was overthrown by his children, who then established and finalized Atramen as it is today under their rule and shaping.
Lo's gonna try to do something risky.
Okay.
They're going to grab a page. They're gonna roll and turn back into their humanoid form. They're going to discreetly rip out a page out of the back of one of the books and write where the book is missing, who checked you out, and writing it in this magical quill. And then writing a question mark and dot. And then they'll put the quill on the page and be like, maybe this will work. And they'll just sit and wait.
Just roll your hope and fear dice for me.
No. That is a 9 on fear and a 2 on hope. Okay. So for a total of 11.
As you sit down and try to write on the paper, no ink comes out of the quill as you write this time.
Very well. Searching through the library, seeing if there's any reference of people checking out that book in this area.
In this area, using that crit, there don't seem to be any logistical parchments here in this section here. It seems to all be kind of ancient lore, some more sectioned off places, you see that there's a scroll case that has various colored parchment scrolls kind of rolled and sectioned off behind this glass. You see that there are some items in this section as well. Some weapons, some more classical things like instruments and silverware, various bits and bobs that are kind of either displayed as almost a museum piece or sectioned off like those scrolls were behind a locked piece of glass.
Great. I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm going to break the glass and I'm going to steal one of the items.
As you are about to walk up to one of the glasses and break it, let me see. I need to see one of your.
It was
stats for a
nice
second.
knowing you, Lo.
Well, my theory is that if I do this, then it will be alerted that something else is missing. So
Yeah.
Lo doesn't want to steal anything. Lo just
Okay.
wants to make it look like someone stole something.
You have good instinct,
Gotcha.
so as you raise and are about to, because you're in your human form currently, right?
Correct.
As you raise your hand and are about to break one of the glass, you just hear a low. You kind of your ear kind of tweaks, and you hear a low,
Oh, fuck.
and your eyes flash, and you just see these two eyes open, and this kind of heavy-shouldered, cross-pawed form.
Oh, shit.
Just kind of opens his eyes and just looks at you without moving. Slowly blinks and opens them again. You can see it's dark in here. You don't have dark vision. But you can see it seems to be the form of a large dog of some sort. And as you kind of see this one, you look around and you can see they were perfectly still before, and you with your natural kind of ability to move and your cat form didn't trigger any senses at first, but you see that there's about 6, 7 more of these just large curled shapes. None of the other ones seemingly having noticed you yet. But then as you moved around a bit more in your human form, this one has seemed to have noticed.
Great. Back into cat form and then jumping off of that ledge all down the 3 floors and just out the fucking room.
As you
I think that's kind of smart.
bam, back in the cat form, the dog flashes forward, kind of paws and mouth first, trying to grab you, but you just shrink just in time and not judging your shape rightly, and kind of latches on to where your shoulder would have been. You land on your cat feet, dash, and leap. I'm gonna need you to make a finesse reaction roll for me. Or no, either finesse or agility, actually.
Great.
As you leap in free fall in your cat form, which gives you a bonus.
I do have +2 to evasion. Does that help me at all with
Oh,
this?
absolutely, yeah. Add that too.
Okay, thank you.
Free falling.
So I got 2 9s.
You land, you kind of fall, and you see as you start following the dog, and you kind of look back up, you see just these large jowls flopping back and forth. It seems to be kind of some sort of Great Dane looking over.
Oh, fuck.
And as you look down, more dogs are waking up, doing their long stretches. There seems to be a border collie, a bull mastiff, a small little kind of Yorkie that starts going, starts running back around as you fall and land.
Yorkie.
You land and dash and sprint past.
Yorkie's
That's
them.
the
the
scariest
alarm
one.
Out of all those breeds I just said, there is one that was purely bred to murder and eviscerate things. That is the terrier.
Now, are they
terrors
mixed with
in the
anything, or are they
name.
just normal dog?
Exactly. As you land, kind of the terrier dashes, you leap up, land, and skitter your way out of the door and back into the main area of the dining hall.
I go underneath our group's table, flash back into human form, and then sit exactly where I was, like I was there the whole time.
Which, as you do, Hugrokk, what have you been doing?
Yes.
Not anything quite as interesting as that.
Mhm.
However, Hugrokk is sitting by himself, a table off to the corner, filled with plates, each one filled with the individual items that are available.
Amazing.
He's a hungry, hungry boy.
I know, but alone. Aww. If Belle wasn't
He's a hungry, hungry boy.
You can't have any.
Literally growls at anyone that approaches him.
It's not alone. He just needs that much space for all the plates.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
all right.
the table is literally full of plates of his food.
Okay, if Belle wasn't overstimulated, she would have tried to make sure he's okay, but she's overstimulated right now. And it's just
Which-
like got a big
He's
headache.
having a great time.
With Hugrok, as you're kind of sitting in your corner, you see Tash kind of starts approaching you a second, but you look up and send out that growl that you mentioned before. He kind of goes, and as he turns and runs away, you hear a slight chuckle from your left as you look over and because there's two large tables in this room that are all connected. It's hard to find a place by yourself here, but you kind of position yourself at the end of one of these tables and coercing everyone who tried to sit near you to sit a few seats down. There's kind of you're at the head of the table and there's like a 5-6 seat gap before more people have. You look over to the left and in a similar fashion, there's a blonde hair, green-skinned orc who kind of looks over at you, fully decked out in heavy leathers, a bow strapped to her back with feathers that are a deep raven black, 2 small tusks that stick out with a golden lip ring. And you see that she just has heavy combat boots, and her pants are kind of patchwork leather that have been reinforced on the knees. And as you are looking at her, you also hear as your eyes dart behind her and you see a black curled up wolf kind of tucked underneath the bench at her feet. Its green eyes look up at you and kind of shimmer for a little bit, and from the rafters you hear a "Gah!" as a raven looks down, and they both kind of lock eyes with you. And it's the orc. The orc girl looks back, kind of adjusts her leather armor and tucks into the food she's eating, which she has the same amount of food as you, but it's all just piled onto one large plate. It seems as if she grabbed one of the empty serving trays from the sporelings that are scattered around and just piled all of her food on that one plate and is eating that, sometimes dropping some food on the ground for her wolf, sometimes taking some small bits of meat and chucking it into the air, and her raven will fly back to the rafters.
So I want to be clear.
Mhm.
I am in love with this orc, not Hugrokk. Sophie.
I'm just like, damn. If that's not for Hugrokk, I don't know what is.
He's just gonna grunt at her and say, "I'll have to try that next time," and go back to eating.
God, these love stories are so vivid.
She doesn't respond. She just grabs a large piece of meat, drops it to the wolf, who just starts tearing it apart viciously as she keeps eating.
Well, I'll continue to eat as well.
A voice carries over from the Lorthu table. A voice that you guys haven't heard quite yet, as standing before you is a Dracona of miniature stature. Her wide-ridged brow acts as a foundation for 2 horns that arch backwards in a parallel lazy S formation. Kite-shaped scales adorn her body, dancing with the colors of calico, acting as a nice accompaniment to her jade and black heterochromic eyes. On the ridge of her sloping beak-like nose sits a pair of wire-framed circular glasses. Their gold frames match the trim of her collared robe that is draped over the rest of her. A sturdy belt covered in pouches and vials, keeping it nicely in place. A perfect amalgamation of chaos and perfection. She introduces herself as Ileona Karshak, and you can almost feel the magical energy emanate off her. And she goes, "Hello, my dear students. I look forward to teaching you here at the Academy. I am Ileona Karshak. I will be your teacher of thaumaturge. Anything having to do with magic or the ethereal realm will be under my tutelage. I look forward to meeting with you, and those of you who do not dabble in the magic arts, do not worry, for I also will teach you the traditional magics of the Dragon Riders. You all have done very well getting to this point. Eadni has explained your great deeds with quelling the Volwolf in the woods, as well as capturing those pesky little things known as sparkets. Me and my other teachers look forward to meeting with you in class and otherwise. Our doors are always open for questions and anything else you may need." And she kind of like pauses for a moment and looks back and forth. Some of the students go, "Nice to meet you." And she kind of like awkwardly sits back down. And he stands back up and goes, "Very well spoken, Ileona." Kind of claps and gets a few of the other people to start clapping around.
I clap along.
And with that, I believe you've met all the teachers. Myself, your grand caller, Eadni Tanaga, last remaining of the Dragon Riders. Your apothecary teacher, Finstrel Tanaga, who walked alongside you on our way back from the entrance exam. Ileona Karshak, our thaumaturge and magic professor. Our master at arms, Tail Hydel. And last but certainly not least, our beloved cook, Greymond Clotfrill. These are the lawfulls of Wormhold Academy. Over the next 3 years, you will learn how to become a Dragon Rider. And you will harbor this world into the next age. Or, well, most of you will. And you see everyone kind of stops for a sec. He looks up. Oh, there is one more stage to this. I'd reward you all for completing the entrance exam. It's very well done. But now, before orientation, it's time to understand how each of you work. So, you will accompany me into the grand hall, the lecture hall, one by one. And we'll have a small little chat. And, depending on how things go, you will finally fully and wholly be accepted into Wormhold Academy. There's kind of some disgruntled murmurs talking around. Well, that wasn't part of the deal. He can't just keep changing the rules like that. I mean, he kind of can. This is his whole thing.
I mean, technically, we didn't know all the rules.
I admit, I know this is probably a shock to you all. But honestly, more of you made it through than I expected. Only 12 of you can enter the halls of Wormhold Academy.
How many of us are there?
There are 6 of you guys. Which, as you look around, there seem to be about 20 of you actively left in this chamber.
Oh, shit.
It's 8 people.
Yeah, because we had the other 6, and we didn't see the others.
Okay. As you can see here, he kind of flicks his hand out, and a small flat cap, like an Irish-style flat cap, appears in his hand. All of your names are in this hat. I will pull them out one by one, and that's how we'll do the interviews.
Oh, Jesus. For some reason,
Gotta
my-
keep you all
my
on your
lips are quick.
toes. Feel free to continue to dine as you wait for your turn. Or, if you wish, you may talk to the Lorthus. They are here at your disposal. Well, might as well get through this. Reaches his hand inside
No.
the hat and pulls out. No last name. Interesting. Is there a lot? Lotte. Lot. In the vicinity.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which there's a slight pause and like the murmur around as Hugrokk next to you just hear a and the screech of a chair against wood floor as the orc woman next to you stands up. Her
It's a lot
wolf
of orc.
standing, stretching. She stands about 7 foot tall.
Lot of work.
Jesus.
Yeah. Sophie! Just
And you
as you're
see-
eating!
And you see as she stretches out what you thought was just heavy leather armor actually seems to be a
Do they have a medieval cover of Careless Whisper?
I think if you search hard enough, you will find one somewhere.
just Luke Careless Whisper
That
starts going in the
has
background.
to exist.
But it looks to actually be a heavy leather pauldron on one side that bandoliers down, which with the bandolier having a few different vials as well as what seems to be a gleaming chain in the center coiled. And underneath that pauldron, it looks to be a sweater, like a heavy knit sweater that has a white button-down shirt with the collar just peeking out of the sweater. But as she moves and shifts, the sweater gleams in a way that seems familiar. Make either a knowledge or a... I'm trying to figure out. It's like I guess knowledge would be the best. A knowledge check. Or instinct, actually. Knowledge or instinct. And remember
You
that,
didn't tell me to roll. I was going to ask if I could.
Absolutely. And remember that you can always add experiences or spend hope to affect various things.
21 with hope.
21 with hope. Take your hope. You
I'm
instantly
full up on hope.
recognize this. This is a special type of armor that was forged in Dragon for rangers specifically. It is made out of a alliance, what's it called? An agreement in an alliance with Vaughn to mix a bit of their expert glasswork with the technology and invention of Dragon to make an almost perfectly malleable, lightweight mithril chain, essentially. It's not true mithril, so it isn't quite as strong as true mithril, but it's still that lightweight, heavy-duty, kind of heavy knit and moves more like fabric than metal chain. So her entire sweater seems to be made out of that, and it's kind of tucked in to her patchwork leather pants as she stretches, adjusts the bow on her back. You don't see any sort of melee weapon on her in any way, shape, or form. She turns and looks at you, goes, picks up her tray and drops it in front of you. Goes, it's not good to waste food. Walks off. And goes, I'm here, old man. Come on. Turns and starts heading down the hallway that he gestured at before his air, and he picks up and goes, Passion! I love it. Onwards!
Yeah,
Puts
so now
his-
the only one that calls him old man.
Puts his cane to the ground and leaps off the stage and kind of trips after her. Yes, Hugrokk?
The wolf and raven go with her?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well then I'm just going to keep eating.
The raven kind of sits
Off-
for a
off
moment,
of her plate.
You do notice that the raven kind of sits in the rafters for a moment. It seems the raven kind of seems to wait for Eadni to fully leave, and then kind of swoops down after Eadni and keeps perching behind him, like flanking him the entire way.
Can I throw, I guess, a small piece of meat in the path of the raven?
Yeah.
If it catches it?
Yeah. Make an agility check for me.
Oh, I'm good with those. Oh, these damn lines tricked me. But still, that's math is hard.
Math is
17 with fear.
17 with fear.
Mm.
As you throw the just like sausage link up, the raven swoops down, grabs it with his claws, kind of like swoops down a bit lower than you're expecting, or maybe it was on purpose, as it almost gets a little bit too close to you before bouncing off and chomping the meat in its beak. Certainly accepts it. Shouldn't waste food after all.
Nice. Exactly.
So, as Locke disappears into the hallway, the general murmurs around this dining hall a bit more tense now, realizing that your space here at Wormhole Academy may not be as secure as you may think. We're going to take a break.
No!
Here at the hour and a half mark. So, everyone go refill your water, go grab a snack, go do what you got to do, and we will be back in 10 minutes time, so 9:45. Be right back.
Oh my god.
Classes in session.
They might not have actually heard that one. Welcome back, everyone.
I've heard it. Nice, Wolfie.
So you all continue to eat and dine. The food is absolutely delicious. And as you eat it, you feel rejuvenated, and the tiredness from the lack of sleep and just general exertion of the past night drifts away. You all gain the benefits of a full long rest, but cannot perform any downtime activities at this point.
All right.
But this is a good time to bring up the downtime activities you guys can do, because there are some new ones that you have access to here in the school. But is there anything specifically you want to do while waiting for your inevitable turn with Eadni?
I think after hearing the 3 years, Belle is kind of just like, it's now starting to hit her how real this is. And it's just kind of like, shit. Oh, sorry. I really shouldn't swear. And she's probably sitting next to Variedawnt at this point, or nearby or something. Oh, God.
If you say that, it'll just like, not even looking at you, just slide over a small plate of food, probably like 2 crepes, toast, a side of hash browns, and like apple juice. It's like, it's okay, we're all adults here.
Thank you, Dante. Did you know what you were gonna get into when you got here, or?
How do you mean?
Well, the invite didn't really say a timeline or anything, right? Or was I the only one that didn't get that? Or...
No. It, like, he pulls out the little thing from his vest. No, he's got a bunch of little pockets in his pants, so it's just like rips through. No, actually, it doesn't say at all. I just figured going to a school, so it would be a few years, but I'm surprised how short it's going to be.
Really? 3 years is short?
If you live as long as I do.
Yeah, that's right. You're over a few hundred years old.
Yeah. It's like a nap, really.
All right. I guess I just... Okay, well, I guess I feel better that I'm not the only one that was thrown off on the timeline. Well, I guess. Sorry, I'm not making any sense, am I?
No, that's all right. It's nerves. It's understandable.
Yeah, that's nerves. It's one thing you could call it.
Oh, also, eat light. There's going to be plenty of meals coming through, and then some big fire at the end. Didn't really elaborate on that.
Did Wait, you talked to Gray?
Yeah.
Wait, how?
Fungal have a way to communicate with other fungal across
That makes a lot of sense.
everywhere.
All right, well, that's good to know. I guess I should eat something as her stomach growls again.
Yeah, just make sure to enjoy it. He said there's at least 3 courses and then dessert, so I guess technically 4 courses. I don't know why you didn't say 4 courses, but hey.
I mean, I guess you all separate and all that. It's not really helping with my knowledge as a biker. Oh, man. Just looks around, sees everybody else is far away and all that stuff. I'll hopefully get to maybe bond with everyone else later, but to eating, I guess.
Which, at this point, another round of trays come out, just covered in a wide range of pastries. It seems as if the second course is just pastries and various styles of hot, warm drinks. As they come and whisk by, swap out the food, kind of take away the empty tables. The spoils jump up, kind of bow to you, whisk away the empties, replace, run out of sight. Anything else anyone wants to do?
So just as they bring out the second course, I'll just turn to Belle. So, do you think our orc friend can keep that up through all the courses?
Oh, you talking about and looks over at Hugrokk?
Yeah, where he's just like eating heaps and heaps, and it's like, you gonna just consume all of that?
I imagine he's eating at a fast pace. Is that relatively correct, Swolfie?
He can hear everything you're saying. In response to that, he's just going to get up and get 4 more plates of food.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if you want to. I figured you didn't want to chat with anyone. Shit. I'm really not good with people. I'm not good with people, it seems like. Shit.
You're fine.
It's fine.
I'm hungry.
Alright. Still sorry.
Don't overthink it. As he stuffs a giant pastry into his mouth.
That's a little hard in my book, but I will try my best, Hugrokk.
Variedawnt's just hunting down like for an apple fritter.
Easily found.
Oriana's got a pastry in one hand and she's pulled out one of her spell books and is like studying it in case this interview is like a quiz. Just, like, reading and kind of mumbling to herself and like flipping pages and then like pulling her notebook out and taking some notes and like eating her pastry, but it's sitting here. So her little ermine friend, whose name is Rio, is like taking bites out of it. She's not paying attention. So sharing a pastry.
If Belle sees that, Belle would chuckle at the sight of Oriana and then see the little pet.
Oh my goodness. Looks like I gotta meet someone later. If she lets me, of course.
Oriana, you're a studious type of person, are you not?
Yes.
Nerdy,
yes.
bookish, not super social, finding your way in the world often by understanding the inner workings of a library, correct?
Wow.
Wow.
I don't think I said anything offensive, so I don't understand why the two of you who are making fun of someone who's hungry
This is
I'm
me as Chelsea
of
responding.
equivalence.
Not-
This is me as Chelsea
I'm making
responding.
fun of.
Very
Was
done.
impressed.
I would say that's fairly accurate. Yes, I did essentially grow up in a library.
Oh, great. And were there ever dogs inside of libraries? Just asking curiously.
Dogs, not
Er,
to my memory. I mean, I suppose occasionally someone would bring a pet in, but it was very much discouraged to let the dogs near the books because they could, hurt the books.
I see.
So, no.
And if something were to, let's say, be in a restricted section and be missing, how would one find whom had the thing that was missing?
Well, I'd assume you'd talk to a librarian. They're usually pretty
But-
good about knowing where all the books are.
But what if I were to not want to speak to said librarian for reasons?
For reasons.
Yes. 4 or 5 different reasons. Yes, indeed.
Four or five. Aha, I see what you did there. That's very clever.
Yes, I may not be bookish like you, but I do
Stu,
understand
that's-
words.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That's quite clever, yes. I mean, there might be like a card catalog or something where, books would be checked out and marked like who checks
No, I
them
didn't
out.
see one of those. Or, I mean, I.
But the thing
I
about
well,
it is,
yeah, I mean,
if there's books that are restricted for some reason, or potentially not part of the normal like circulation collection, then those would be, I would assume, locked up, and someone would be checking regularly, or there might be alarms or traps set or something along those lines. But as far as I don't know if something were missing, how you would find out where it went.
yes, it's just very curious. I mean, I was here the whole time with you all, so as we can all
assumed
agree
we
upon,
were all-
correct?
So we're all
eating.
listening to this conversation.
If anyone would like to, during the time-wise, Lo disappeared into the room as Belle was getting back into the main dining hall area. Everyone else was already at their spots eating. I feel like you didn't spend a ton of time in the library. Like, you were fairly adept at navigating and scanning through and finding what you need. So maybe 20 minutes tops? 25? So I'd say... And you popped up next to, like, Oriana, Variedawnt, Belle, and Razz. You're kind of, like, on the table in between all of them? Or...
Ruby, you're muted.
Yeah, your microphone is muted. Ruby.
I would say more like the central table.
So like the central, because there's two long tables that go down.
That was 2.
Yeah.
In my head, it was 3.
Yeah, so 2
My
long
bad.
tables down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if anyone it, you were gone for enough time that everyone was congregated there. If anyone wants to roll an instinct reaction check to see if you catch if Lo is there or not, and Lo, you can make a finesse or a presence roll.
Just clarifying for Chelsea, because we're eating the food, that would clear away just our HP and stress, or just the benefits of a long rest, but there's no downtime. Is that correct?
So effectively, just your HP and stress. So your HP and stress
Okay.
are down.
Okay, that's what I
reset.
figured, because I wanted to do that. So if that just happened now, then I want to get it all the way down and all that stuff. Okay, cool. All right. Instinct reaction roll.
I rolled a crit.
Crit?
So-
There's so
22.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Double 11s.
Double 11s.
Nice.
Alright.
That
Plus
is
1
just...
for my instinct.
I don't know if everyone needs to roll because I got a 3 with fear.
Oh,
I got an 8. I got an I got an 8.
I got a 6.
fear oddly appropriate.
Oddly
Let
for
me add that fear back on.
Yeah.
How many of you rolled with fear?
Oh, what was the instinct reaction roll?
All right, so they're all
Oh,
you guys were right. All
right.
you guys don't have to roll.
So I got a
with fear
3.
to show. Cool.
You got a 3.
So I'll take that 1 fear.
14.
So that said, as Lo says that I was here the whole time. Lo, you
Not
sense
us at all.
like they all kind of like pause and look at you for a second as that awkward pause sets in for a moment.
What I'm trying to say is you all need to say that I was here the whole time. I can elaborate on why and where and when and what I was not doing, but however, in this open environment, I think that it is a bit uncouth. And also in the sheer circumstances of if I don't get in, none of it really matters anyway, correct?
Well, I'm assuming we'll all get in. We did the extra credit.
Yes.
That's a good
But if
point.
one of us did something that could possibly get themselves exposed,
No,
I don't know
no
what you're
one
talking about.
didn't. What?
you-
Nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about. You.
Belle-
sat
I
down,
believe you just said that you definitely were not doing anything
Mm-hmm.
and you were just right here the whole time, and we
Oh.
definitely saw you here the whole time.
Except for the few minutes where you had to go to the bathroom because nervous stomach.
I don't have a nervous stomach. I'm an actor. My
Yes, you do.
Hmm. Belle's
I
gonna reach out.
don't know about that, grandpappy.
Okay.
Belle will reach out her pinky to Lo.
Are you
Promise?
pointing at me?
No, do you know what a pinky promise is?
No, I don't make promises. Sorry.
Well, I think you should for us. If we're gonna help you, you help us, and we can maybe help you figure out what's going on later. Pretty please?
Okay, yes,
What
of course.
even makes a please pretty? Honestly.
There's many ways. Trust me, it
there
works
is-
over at Razz.
Sorry,
It's
that's on
the
top.
tone that you use when you say it that makes it pretty.
Exactly. And then holds out her pinky to Lo. There we go. Pinky promise. But yeah, you were here the whole time, sugar, and just like pat on the
Great.
shoulder.
Because something important I feel like is missing, and other people may be looking into information that is very interesting that they would be looking into it.
All
If this
interesting.
is going to be
but-
a problem, then why don't you just not give us any more details?
Exactly. I was just about to say. Lo,
I'm just saying hypothetically, of course.
yes, hypothetically.
You're
but
not saying
maybe-
hypothetically. We all know.
Yeah, no, Hugrokk says, Lo, I think for for your safety, maybe we'll discuss later. Okay.
Let's get through these interview, test, quiz, whatever it is,
Yes.
and then let's talk, because
Yes.
I do love libraries and information is always interesting.
Oh, I
and-
clocked you so easily, did I not?
I mean, you did. You were quite accurate, and it's not the first time that I've heard a lot of that before, to be perfectly honest. But I can definitely help when there's a library involved, and I want to help.
Noted.
I've got 3 years to read every book in it, so that's my goal.
And besides, friends help each other out. Or
books a
almost
day is
friends. I know we're not there yet, but I hope we are.
Depends on
How many books a
in the
day?
library.
That depends on the book. Some languages are harder to read, take a little bit longer, and some of those books are quite heavy. Some of them are dense if the type is very small. But, you know.
Which, for anyone who's paying attention, Razz is
Yes.
basically just like cradling this like hot toddy. Like Razz has maybe gotten a little
Of course.
too indulgent
Mm-hmm.
on the festivities. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Every
think-
now and again, I'll just like try to sneakily slide a piece of bacon in Rue's direction.
Oh.
I'm just blatantly feeding the dog. There's no,
being sneaky about it.
there's no discretion. Taking whatever Variedawnt hands and like discreetly, just taking it and then immediately handing it to Rue. Just like, what are you do? Yes, just give it to the. It's fine.
Dog. I think very quickly Belle would chuckle and would kind of like mutter to herself, is like, oh, I know someone that is almost just like you back at home. But keeps it quiet and just continues eating. Because she says it to Oriana.
Another question: how is? I want to say Oreo, but it's not Oreo. Your little weasel guy.
Oh, Rio.
Rio.
Not Oreo, but close. Rio. How is Rio and Rue interacting with each other?
I think so far they just kind of like looked at each other and ignored
Been like-
each other.
Okay, you exist.
Mm.
That's an adorable friend you have, Oriana. Introductions
Oh.
later.
Sure. Didn't want him to get hurt, so.
No, I understand. Gotta look after for ones that you love, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to meet you, Reno. Finger wiggle wave.
He's just gonna go back to his nibbling on the pastry that Oriana's completely forgotten is in her hand. Because we were talking about books.
I try and find a pastry that is as long as Rio.
It's not hard. They're only like 6 inches long. They're only like this
okay,
big.
okay.
Oh,
They're little
okay,
guys.
he's smaller.
Yeah. Yee.
I'll find an eclair, just like scoot it his way.
I love it.
That's me. And she'll stand up and yes. Am I next? Oh, okay. And
Good
she'll
luck.
thanks.
Bye.
Oh God. All right. He talks big. All right, and she'll go all the way down to the first row and sit down. How many times? A lot. I don't know. Can I make some sort of roll to remember?
Roll like a pastry.
Roll like a pastry. A knowledge. Could I add fast learner to this? Awesome. Yep. That is a 22 with hope. Thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, my turn. Oh, to ask a question. Oh my gosh, I have a million. I've got one. And she'll reach into the pouch at her side and pull out her book that she's carries with her everywhere. Well, she carries all of her books with her everywhere, but the special book. And she'll just open it to a random page and say, "Can you read this?" Yes, but I would like it back. You can read it. She'll pull out her notebook and start scribbling everything that he's saying. But you can read it. What does... Well, what does it... What's it about? Well, I would rather figure it out myself, but I don't even know where to start. That's why I'm here. Well, you did say you had a library. So who runs the library? Do you have a librarian? Ileana. I should have suspected as much. I used to do that when I lectured occasionally. I mean, not very often, but I spent a lot of time at the university in Estos. Oh, well, it wasn't anything regular, but I based on some of my experiences, I taught a lot about natural history of different species on the islands, and also it alchemy is a big topic of study there, so I spent a lot of time learning it and also teaching it occasionally. Simple things, like for the underclassmen mostly. Yeah. This book, I found it in the library at the university, and nobody could read it, and I couldn't read it, which was, I studied a lot of languages, and I couldn't find any reference to anything that looked like it, even the writing, and it had a dragon on the cover, and then I saw the invite for Wormhold, and I figured if anything connected with dragons could help me figure it out, that this is the place. I also think dragons themselves are really interesting. I mean, I've read a little bit about the biology and anatomy and things like that, but to learn more would be... Not very aerodynamic, that's for sure. I think I asked quite a few. What area of study would you recommend to become a dragon rider? Well, all of them, I'm sure, but specifically to focus. That makes sense. Well, I've got ideas on how to get around having to handle a weapon. I have another question. Why now? Why did you decide to reopen the academy? Seems a lot of work for a gut feeling. Well, I believe you said we'd be here for 3 years at least. That means we'll get to see every season. Fair enough. Well, if I'm accepted, I would love to stay. This place is amazing. Oh. I mean, this is a lot, but I thank you very much. I'm so... Oh, I cannot wait. Thank you.
What's a D20?
Yeah, what's that?
That doesn't exist in this game.
I had to hunt for mine. 12.
Who is next?
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll go. Thank you. Yes, I will go do that. Thank you again. And she'll kind of like shuffle out the door and keep like looking back over her shoulder as she does that. She's just got the cape like over her arm. She doesn't put it on or anything, but she's just gonna kind of nervously come in the from the hallway and just kind of like wave the paper. Razz, you're up next. Razz.
Get up, dust off my dress, like kind of like fuss over my hair a little bit, and look over to Rue, who will roll from his back onto his little paws. Look over to Rue, give a big nod, and just it's the like nervous walk
Ruby, do you want Razz to go into this drunk?
Razz to be drunk? She is still a little tipsy.
Do you want her to be?
Not necessarily. No.
Oh my god.
Looking at you and just assessing the situation and being like, no, I need a kindred spirit. Will touch on just your head just briefly as though just trying to get crumbs off and then just muttering some words, and dust from their hands and will glow the vines and kind of go into you. And I'm just going to dump a bunch of regenerative. So I'm going to dump 3 hope into rolling a d4 for hit points, but I'm hoping that we can also flavor this as sobering Razz up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like her like
I
dusting
love
off and like getting back up, like I would imagine at least Low notice like the little wobble, be like, oh shit.
Yeah, Low being around entertainers and entertainment, drinking is something that is like performing drunk or being around drunks is something that is very in a comfort zone. But understanding when an interview is coming up, it's like
Maybe not.
tax in which you could tell that they have done this to themselves before interviews to sober up.
Belle's just like, yeah, that's a good idea, Lo. Very good.
Yes. Razz, remember we have some writing we need to do. So ship shape. And yeah, I rolled a 2, so you get 2 hit points back.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I'd imagine smaller body. I almost feel like hit points would go further to like you're trying to sober up probably a full-size person.
Yeah.
Or just like the sun like,
You're just jacked up now.
Wide awake.
I just hit you with Adderall. You're just
Yeah.
good to go.
You
It's
can
like 3 rolls first thing in the morning.
take, because it's a d4. They get to roll a d4 of healing. So roll your d4.
roll my d4.
I know you're full health because you have the food. 4. Cool. You have 4 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Then feeling now very prepared, will wings furl and just kind of dart towards the door.
Good
With the flap
luck.
of my wings.
Right.
How do we do temporary hit point? Wait, is that
It's not a thing.
okay?
Just remember.
Understood, but
Just it's
shit,
a mental
that's
thing
awesome.
for you.
It's not a thing that I can find in Daggerheart, but I feel like should be a thing in Daggerheart because I like the idea of temporary hit points as like a buffer or shield or
No,
something
I like it
that.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll adjust this rule as we use it. For now, this is the base foundation of it, and we will tweak as we go. Awesome. You fly out, leaving the dining hall behind, and return. Same room that Oriana was in. Tall walls, amphitheater of chairs down to the center, kind of lecture hall podium. And you see no one.
No one.
No one. What do you do?
We will walk out into the center of the room.
Okay.
No, just smack dab into the center. Just kind of looking around, doing a little twirl in my dress.
As you look around, are you specifically trying to see anything specific?
I think it's just taking in the space itself.
Okay. Make a instinct check to perceive the world around you.
That's a crit.
Just fueled by Chris tonight.
Apparently, the fuck?
I should get on my soundboard. I should get a sound for when crits happen.
A crit
Yes,
counter.
please.
That'd be great. Oh, a crit counter could be fun too. You look around.
Rocky, that's Silent E.
That's your sound bit right there.
Brought to you
Go
by the
back into this
Silent
video.
E.
Yeah, it's just do our sound cues just at Silent E.
It just
As
makes
well
the
as
entire stream
reward.
go silent for a second.
Yeah, let me play it for you.
Looking around, taking in the room. It's large, but there's only 12 seats in this amphitheater. So each of the seats is kind of like a longer desk that has intricate carvings and drawers. Small. It's not a full roll top desk, but it's one that kind of has a about 6-inch tall up, which has more drawers in it, and then it can roll down a very shallow roll top desk, so it doesn't block the view in front of you, but there's a bit more storage in there. And as you look, kind of cramped in one of the underneath parts of one of these roll top desks, Rue kind of looks over as your eyes, kind of at the same time that you see just the very tips of these brown leather shoes peek out. As you kind of focus in, Eadni is just kind of pretzeled himself underneath one of the desks. Oh. Hello. Well done.
Is that comfortable, Master Eadni?
No, not excruciatingly, no. One second.
Kind of unfolds, falls out, stands up, brushes himself off.
Oh, well, pick your seat. Anyway, I'll move to where you go.
We'll go front row, center, and just like sit down on the desk.
Well, what is your name?
You may call me Razz Belladonna. Razz Blossom. Hi, words. My brain.
Well, Razz. Welcome.
Why?
That was quite good work you did. Finding me hidden, I thought I was quite good at it.
Well, wasn't quite alone on that.
Yes. Kind of leans down, kind of wide squats and gets eye to eye with her and goes,
What is your favorite trick you've taught this one?
Well, Rue has Rue in focus. Beg, and he'll just do the classic, like roll over, bolt, the big sad eyes up, one ear down, and just like look up at Eadni with the cutest of puppy eyes you've ever seen.
Well, that is adorable. Welcome to Wormhole Academy. No, I'm that was a joke. For now. That does help a lot. Interesting. Why a dog, of all things?
Well, we needed each other. The dog bit doesn't really matter. He is who he is, regardless of. Be my friend if he was a frog. He'd be my friend if he was an orc. It doesn't really matter to me much.
What is your favorite animal?
Rue.
Clever. That is a good response. Which nullifies my next offer. Interesting. Well done. And he kind of spins and walks up to the podium and leans his elbows on it, hands on his chin on his hands. Your turn. Question.
Why a dragon?
What do you mean, why a dragon?
You asked me why a dog. Why a dragon? As you are known for being a dragon rider.
Ah. Well, I didn't really choose the dragon. Well, I kind of did. It's up for debate, depending on who you ask.
And I'm asking you.
Ah, that's fair. That's a good point. Dragons were the first. And that's endlessly
dogs.
intriguing.
Before dogs.
They were before dogs, yes. Though, in the hierarchy, I believe, it's not confirmed, but I believe that dogs were very close at the beginning as well. Dogs and dragons are actually quite similar in many ways. Dragons can talk, which brings them to a different level. But also, with some magics, dogs can speak as well. One can fly and one cannot. That's a pretty big difference.
Yes.
Fair. The connection you can have with a dragon is unlike anything you can have with any other creature. Living being. Someone may describe it as symbiotic in ways. It gets annoying at times, but you learn to live with it. And there's certain ways to navigate the connection better than others. How would you like to communicate with your dog?
Well, we're actually able to talk just fine.
Interesting. How?
Small bit of magic. My father taught me.
Very interesting. Why Wormhole Academy?
Well, once again, it's less about Wormhole Academy and more about its residents and people I could learn and hear stories from.
Ah, a seeker of stories. Quite well themed in a world where the gods themselves are artists and creators. Some say the very root of what makes one sentient.
and some would simply call you a pest for asking too many questions.
That's true. But pests are often quite useful in ways that people don't understand. Pests are usually just things that don't quite match what is seen as popular. Interesting. What is the name of your dog again?
Sir Rupestris High Voltage, yes.
What did he do to be knighted?
Wait. Are you telling me you didn't hear? It was in the papers. Are you not up on current events?
I've been busy, as you can see.
Fair enough.
You don't get a moniker like the crazy person of the island without, not ever leaving the island for 200 years.
So we won't get mail here.
I'm working on it. There's been a few who have succeeded, but that was of their own accord. I'm trying to make it more simple, but also mail can be a security hazard, so I would rather not deal with that.
Since you're not quite connected with the rest of the world, checks out, but mildly problematic. Sir Rupestris was actually knighted when there was a particular incident with a noble family's Volker supply. He was able to absorb the power and stop the explosion of the entire noble district, essentially, and so was knighted. He absorbed all of the... It was very fluffy, very staticky for the next, honestly, still more than usual.
Make a presence check, and you can...
Oh, that's another crit. What the fuck?
Hell yes!
wild.
Silent B.
Has there been a not? Well, actually, yeah, there was like a 20. There was some.
We've definitely had more crits than
more
not
crits
crits,
than
though.
not crits, though.
That's
That's
insane.
insane.
What is...
Everyone has
I won't
Madness.
question it.
I've only
I
had
won't
about
question
one. The crits are not on Belle's side. They're for everybody else.
Go get it.
Oh, it's a crit. There's no hope and fear. Duh.
Yep.
Okay.
But don't... Do I get something? Do I get
You gain
help
a
from
hope.
critting still? Okay.
And I think
I
you clear a
believe-
stress if you have it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gain hope
but I
clear
don't.
stress.
So... Still learning all the mechanics.
Mhm.
Same. You're all good.
Why I had to make a cheat sheet.
Amazing. So, as you say this, he kind of paces a moment back and forth. That sounds ludicrous, to be fair. But I believe you. And it would be a shame and dishonor to the Academy to not accept Sir Rupestris on behalf of Wormhole Academy. And he turns and walks back to the podium and grabs the half cape and hands it to Rupestris.
Go bark and I'll tie it around him. He's got this, which is full cape on him. He looks quite distinguished, doesn't he? Aren't you a pretty boy? And I'll spend one of my hope for him to like stand up on his hind legs and do a little like pretty boy wobble for Eadni.
Absolutely wonderful. Splendid. He turns, grabs the cap, and hands it to you. It's like, you're also accepted as well, just so you are aware. That is actually your
And
half.
it's a little bit of a package deal, like, you know.
Mm.
I was really more worried about sometimes people don't like me bringing the dog.
He
They
kind
get
of
uptight about it.
he leans forward and kind of close to your ear goes, "Oh, he will not be alone, don't worry. You'll see during orientation. Now, roll d20 for me, if you don't mind."
I do mind. 17.
17.
Who's next?
So
Because
how
we have
big
the
would-
20 people.
How big would Razz's half cape be? Like this?
Probably that size, yeah.
17. Okay. You pull out the name Kiva Prost, which you know would be the blue-haired sister duo of Kiva Prost and Hilda. If you would go get them for me, that would be quite helpful.
Okay. Shall go out. Go to the teal-haired child. Like 8 height?
As you walk up, and they're eating. They're both human.
Okay.
The 8-year-old is classic, like 8-year-old height. And then the sister looks to be late 20s, kind of. Has some light bags under her eyes, but you can, and is moving a little sorely, being like, Hilda, you really shouldn't have gone through that path in the woods. This food's helping, but my back is killing. Like, well, you're the one who chooses to lug that shield around. Like, that shield has helped us in quite a many scrapes. And then, or they hear you approach.
Like, it's your turn, Firecracker. Handing the paper with their names on it to the little girl and giving her like an extra little wink and like.
So she turns to Kiva and goes, "You going by yourself, or am I coming with? Come on." And she places the shield down on the ground and like pulls it along. You see the shield now is kind of covered with a tarp on the front side. She pulls along the ground and Hill just sits in it like a sled. She walks by you and leaves. You make your way back to the group at the table. Oop, that is the wrong button. I apologize.
No, we don't want to battle.
Roll initiative. Roll initiative.
Dragons break through the ceiling.
I come back to the table and everyone's just in a really intense game of cards where it's like
Uno.
Dante, how do you gotta tell me how the game works.
You just gotta get to one.
I just think that this isn't a drinking game.
It can be.
Then why am I the only one drinking?
Because that was your choice, Lo.
I wasn't here
Because
yet,
it's
darn
so
it.
early in the morning.
You're back!
Hey, Razz. Congratulations.
I see you have a cloak as well.
Yes, it's an introduction. Actually, it's just Rue. Rue's actually the only one who's wearing it.
No.
I'm not wearing one.
No.
But
Well,
still,
I
congratulations.
assume if
We're a
Sir
package deal.
Rue
Yeah,
got
I
it.
assume so.
See, it seems a little bit more like he's the sidekick. In reality, I am his sidekick.
Yes, but I don't know whom is which's most good luck charm.
Well, I mean, every hero needs his little good luck charm, now doesn't he?
Indeed, and someday I shall have mine.
Good luck charm. Kind of like eyes on the rolling pin at her thigh, but then looks back up.
Yeah.
Hugrock's gonna throw a sausage link towards Doggo.
Sir Rupestrous.
Jumping up and catching it. And then we'll come up to your feet and sit. Ear flop. He does his
I'll
little
just
thing.
take an empty plate, take some off of the giant platter of what's her name's food, fill it up, and set it down for him with just meat.
Just goes ham. His little celebratory.
Oh, that's really
Get in
Back
it.
some ham on the plate.
How serendipitous, because there is ham on the plate. Yes.
Go ham.
Oh God, I don't know why I'm on pins and needles. I'm not gonna ask what he asked you, but fuck.
I mean, inadvertently, you just did. By mentioning out loud that you're not going to say something is insane.
Now I feel obligated to tell you, even though you didn't ask.
Yes.
No.
Instead, puts it in their court, and they feel bad if they don't say it. So
Well,
it's
you
not
don't
like
have
you
to ask
asked, so you
Razz.
don't have to feel bad.
You could also ask Oriana.
What's wrong with asking Razz, Granddad?
No, I'm just saying. If she didn't want to ask Razz a question, she has another option.
Well, yes, but inadvertently saying it out
My answers
loud.
and Oriana's answers are different, then neither of our answers matter at all.
Are they different? Let's find out.
I suspect they are.
All right.
It wasn't more of a conversation, not really a quiz. Well, I mean, I did kind of have a quiz, but it was an easy one.
So you passed.
I guess
I don't think the quiz is what made me pass, to be honest. I think that was just him.
Quiz, though.
No. But I think that's just his way of, I don't know, messing with people. I think it was the conversation after that really made a difference.
He's a funny
that's-
little man.
He is a bit. I mean, not little,
No,
really.
I
but
was given a 3-page quiz, handwritten. So, no,
Handwritten.
so it could be.
And you finished it that quickly.
well, that explains why Rue has the cape. And
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That was
more
rude.
eloquent than I ever could be.
Yes.
Roller
You know
coaster
what? I
effect.
don't have any questions anymore. I think you both answered for me what I was gonna ask. She was gonna ask what editing is like, but then hearing your different responses is like, yeah, that's kind of sums up. So I know what to expect when my name is called.
What was your presence check, Razz?
Presence check. Is this for me or for Rue?
It's for you.
Question mark. Okay.
It's for you in the 3-page written quiz.
21 with hope.
Hey, you got some hope.
Got some hope. Anyone with a +1 instinct, I'd say, believes her, especially with just in contrast with what Oriana's saying.
I have a +2, so I don't know if that.
No, yeah.
helps.
So you kind of catch the slightly joking uptones in her voice and kind of go like, are let on for a second, and then you're like, ah.
Ah,
Great.
Oh
A test.
God.
is the pencils provided?
Yes, thankfully they were.
Okay.
What? What?
With a written
Well,
quiz.
Yeah, love,
Well,
have you
that
never had a
I
written
under-
quiz
Because
before?
you go, there's desks.
Yes, no, you can fair explain
have
to me
faith
all
in
you
you.
wish, but it is more of the question of, instead of asking what the answers on the test is, the first question was whether or not there would be pencils.
Well, you can't answer the questions if you don't have a writing utensil. So I think
Yes.
in order to start the questions, the pencil is the first step.
Yeah, like my pens and pencils broke on when that
Riveting.
exploded.
Oh, I always have some if you need any.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I
But
mean,
there were some in there.
Well, Razz, you can get drunk for a second time now, so congratulations.
I guess if I'm officially in, now would be the time to
Yeah.
celebrate instead of
Yeah.
yeah, that
I
makes sense. Yeah.
And I just dropped the drink that I got for you that is just an old fashioned, and I just push it over.
Yes, old fashions are so good. I love them.
You see every so often a sporling will come across, and it just has like a full. It seems as if each of the sporlings have a specific job. So there's like the bartender sporling, and the hors d'oeuvre, and then the drink. They all kind of just rotate around,
Mhm.
and you can kind of like cast the, like wave one down and call them over. They'll scurry over, ask what you need. They seem to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time, because they seem to kind of like fade in and out from underneath the tables and in like into the small little alcoves in the walls that you can see and spot around.
Right, music left the chat, and it just feels very jarring.
Oh
to me
yeah,
from
sorry.
what
Yeah,
feels
the
eerie.
apologies. The music has
all
died.
the other
I'm working
students
on
just
it.
look towards our group with the music being silent. I'm like,
Every
bum,
single
bum,
sporling
bum.
stops and looks towards
Stares
six of you.
Oh, if that were to
Now
happen, Lo is going to jump up and stand on the table and begin racking music out.
Providing entertainment, I love it.
Sorry, I'm working on the music.
No,
We
you're
can
good. We're just
continue.
having fun riff-raffing
No,
off
no,
each
no.
other.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all good.
Time passes. Kiva and Hilda return. Capes adorned on both their shoulders. Hilda kind of cheering and singing a little song as she pulls back. You can see, as she pulls back, you see some people start murmuring back and forth. And Kiva gets a little nervous, but Hilda smiles and goes, Mine's just commemorative. Don't worry. I don't count towards the total. I'm below the age limit, remember? And some people like settle down. But you can see as you look around that some people are handling this a bit better than others. You see the youngest Catterick daughter off to the side, kind of talking to another Clank off in the corner, who the Clank she's talking to. You didn't notice him before. Jet black in form, kind of wears a big cloak that rags out at the bottom, has a hood up. The only reason you can tell that he's a Clank is because he has a sharp, almost scythe-like chin that curves up and forward, that peeks out from the hood. And from what you guys can just tell from the general sweep, that they're having a fairly intense conversation off in a corner. It seems as if Tash and Ribbit are also... Ribbit has seemingly taken the role of being the shepherd of Tash. As every time Tash walks over and starts bugging someone, he eventually gets up. He'll like let it happen for a little bit and then gets up and goes and pulls him back.
Poor Hardy.
A poor Hardy, indeed. I'm surprised Tash doesn't come back to our table.
Lo, seeing the Clanks in the corner, would throw up the hood and just sit at the table.
Well, you okay?
Yes, nerves. Tests are not my thing.
Yeah, of course. Understandable.
Darling, are you
Goodbye.
waiting to drink till after? Or do you want a drink going in? You know, a little bit of courage. Because we could all use a little extra courage sometimes.
Razz.
That's
From the
like-
short time that you've met me, and the fact that you are continuously moving as you're speaking, of course I'll have another drink. And they'll grab one and just down it.
Belle just shakes her head. It was just like, of course, these two would get along just fine.
Do you need one too?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just turned. What's the legal drinking age in Fables of Atramen? I think I should ask
There-
that right up here.
There is none. It's the olden times. They don't
Belle, I
exist.
hate to tell you this, but
I
this
will
whole
like full
time
body
that you've...
push her glass towards you. Be like, you could have a sip.
But,
Well, I hate to say this to you, Belle, but this whole time you've been drinking wine and not juice.
wait, what?
Yes, it's true. This whole time, and you've been nervously
shit.
drinking it pretty quickly.
I push it away. Oh shit! Fuck! Oh no! Oh, that's not how I wanted my first drink to go.
And then suddenly, just looking about the table, Lo will just start laughing.
Lo, seriously?
It's juice. You're fine. I swear, if you
Wine
were
is a juice.
more of a bundle of nerves, you would be bouncing around this room.
I'm sorry. I just.
No, that's your first mistake. From now on, I am going to mark every time you say sorry to us.
I feel so called out because this is something that happens in my real life. I say sorry a lot, and people call me out on it constantly. God, why does Belle have to be the same as me?
Can
It
make
makes
this
it a better
more of a
game.
game. And so you could always say surprise instead, because apologizing for things is a weaker trait. But saying, surprise, I forgot to show up on time, or surprise, I didn't get you anything, sounds a lot more alluring than sorry.
What about my bad?
Your bad what? Back?
No,
Far too young for that, darling.
Yes, you really should stretch out more.
Do you need help? We can
Yes.
stretch together.
You know what will loosen you up? Ale. He pushes the glass back towards you again.
no.
You know, I don't think that's going to help with the nerves, to be honest. Or it might actually help quite a bit now that I think about it.
Though you seem much more like a fruity girl. Maybe something aside from ale, don't you think, Lo?
Yes. Let me look to see.
Well,
Garcon!
herself.
No. I don't
I'll
want
pick
to-
up one of the mushroom people and I'll. Oh, you're adorable.
yeah, they're
Put 'em
really
on the
adorable,
table.
aren't they?
It just
Look,
is
everyone-
holding the silver tray above it that's currently empty, and just looking at
Oh.
you now.
Well, you're not the one I'm looking for. Grabs another one, puts it on the table.
Look, oh god, I'm getting lightheaded from laughing so much. Jeez, hold on.
Continuously just puts them on the table until the right one is on the table.
Low. Look, I appreciate it. I do, but how about we save my first drink? Cause I just turned 18, surprise. Till maybe when I actually get in. I still don't know if I am in or not, so.
Deal.
I started
We are
drinking when I
just-
was 13. Is
I was just
18
going to say,
normal?
Well,
not where I'm from. We usually have wine with dinner. I don't know, 12 or 13. You know.
well, we are all from different places. Belle, take the time that you need to drink when you want and how. But if you have a bad back already and you haven't started drinking, I say don't drink.
Unless it helps.
Hugrok's gonna reach across the table, grab the ale, and chug it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh!
Hugrokk.
I will hand one of the mushroom people over to Hugrokk and just has a tray of drinks.
I mean,
yes.
I guess I could drink when I could. Sorry, Hugrokk, you were saying.
Just said respect.
I mean, I guess I could if I wanted, but I guess I had other priorities to focus on rather than getting drunk or drinking. So, but we'll see. Let's see if I get in first. But thank you. Really.
I come from a celebratory country, and people, we fly around and usually bring joy to those people that need it. So alcohol has been something that I've lived around. A spirit for the spirits, they say.
I can see that. So thank you. All right. Well,
We could get Eadni drunk. That might help.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you're not going to drink, we could get Eadni drunk. Maybe that would.
That would be interesting.
yeah, no, that it'd be interesting to see how the old man does when he's had a couple of drinks in him.
I bet that would just make him more confusing, though.
I think one of our little spore friends could go send him a little pick-me-up.
Yes, let me grab this one. And I grab one. All right, pep talk, my friend. We're going to go get your master drunk.
No.
Oh, but not I've already forgotten his name.
Raymond.
Graymond. Thank you. Not Graymond though, because I think that's maybe actually the master's.
Oh.
Yeah, Gray's the cook, and those spores are like part of him and his network. And
Oh, I
so-
thought that it was like a daddy thing.
No,
Oh.
I mean,
no. Razz.
Unless you want him to be daddy, he might be.
I knew that was coming.
Oh my goodness, we are yes.
You hear
it's our-
the footfalls echo down the hallway as some time has passed. Various other people have come and left since Kiva and Hilda. You see Gisela gets called in at one point, leaving the hooded Clank by themselves. Hardy gets called in, which as he does, Tash kind of like skitters around and kind of walks towards the lingers on the kind of outskirts of the room. The Hardy comes back, walks up, kind of looms behind Yulo. Goes, there.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Reaches past you and hands a small note to Belle. Your turn. He'll dock you now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Hardy. Do I see he has a cloak on, or?
You see that he has his cloak on, but he's wearing it kind of wrong. He has it around.
Of course he would.
Because he has his apron on. He has his folded in half apron on the front. So he kind of has it tucked in the back, like you would tuck like a extra towel or like a dish rag in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being the person that saved you from the explosion that then led you into the ground, may I fix your shit right now?
What do you mean?
To be in this established area, we all play a role, and we all must fit it in one way or another. And the way that you're wearing that robe is incorrect, my friend.
Right.
It's okay,
Sure.
Hardy.
It kind of like
It's fine.
takes a step back and pulls it out from being tucked in his folded over apron and hands it to you.
Yes. Turn around, and Lo will genuinely fix it and put it on the proper way for him.
Aw.
Kind of turns and swings, and you see as you're adjusting it low that it kind of grows and expands to fit him appropriately. Sense a little bit of magic kind of shimmer off it.
That looks
Ah.
good.
Thank you kindly. Now, if you could do me one more favor, where's Tash?
Oh, I think he's
In a
walked over the
grave.
I think we all
Asgores
just point.
at this point.
Kind of pats you on the shoulder, goes, "One day, I don't doubt it." And wanders off in the direction that you all gesture him at. As Belle,
Oh, great.
right, you enter in. Oh, wait. Still not loading. Unfortunate.
Gotta love technical. Okay, I'm not gonna say it so I don't curse. Read the things. Oh, great.
Here, if you guys try to use that link in the Discord, that may bring you to something that'll
All right,
work.
hold on.
So, is that 3 NPCs that I've got in, or 4?
3 NPCs
Yeah, I was
thus
gonna-
far. Well,
NPCs.
Gisela went in and came out with a cloak. Hardy went in and came out with a cloak. And Gisela came out with the cloak. When Gisela came out with the cloak, she was wearing it very proudly over her shoulder, kind of the strap going underneath her other arm and up and around. And she kind of beelines back towards the other cloaked Clank figure, who very visibly relaxes when she comes back with a cloak.
Aw.
Just a side note, have the clanks clocked Willow?
They don't seem to have, no.
Good.
Alright.
You enter in to the chamber,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Eadni sitting there on the edge of the stage, one leg over the other, kind of leaning forward and just swirling a fairly full glass in his hand and looking at it. I think people out there are trying to butter me up. Kind of swirls it. The glass tinks and clanks inside the cup.
Guess it's a
deny that it
possibility.
looks a little bit. And he kind of puts the glass down on the podium. Walking, like, "Oh, pick wherever you'd like to sit. I'll go to where you are."
Belle's just gonna walk up and stand next to him on the stage. She doesn't sit down. She's too full of nerves.
Ah. First one to take the stage. Duly noted. Kind of paces, takes a step back and paces forward and goes, "So, where are you from?"
Fool's gold, Estes.
Never heard of it, unfortunately. I'll have
Well,
to fix that in the future.
kind of small town, but important for their trading and such, especially values and things like that. But yeah,
Take a step back. kind of goes against the back wall opposite the back of the podium and just sits cross-legged down on the floor, leaning up against the back wall, and puts his hand in his laps and just looks at you and goes, "You seem tense."
Is that obvious?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I feel like it'd be strange not to be tense in this situation. I'm also tense. This is more social than I've been in over 200 years. God, it's exhausting. But also intriguing and extremely fun. So many personalities have found their way to the academy.
Yeah, seems like it. And quite the variety, too.
Absolutely. As leans forward. Do you have a question for me? I'll let you go first.
I think she ponders in her mind what question she wants to ask first, because there's a couple. But I think she lands on... Be honest. Is having magic a good thing?
Well, it depends on who you ask. I think in general, it's a good thing. Just like any tool, it depends on who's wielding it. I think generally, yes, it is a good thing. I do think people can become dependent on it, especially since it's not a permanent status. That's generally good, yes. And usually the people who are bad and create bad magic are eventually removed from society, so in one way or another.
Well, I wouldn't know otherwise. Never really been told that my magic's good.
What is your magic?
I don't have a fucking idea. Shit, sorry, didn't mean to swear. I haven't the foggiest. I really, really don't know. Never been taught, never been told anything.
Seems like a perfect place to start. Magic bias is an extremely big problem when it comes to creative magic casting. Literally the power of imagination at our fingertips, and people can find it with stupid rules in written language. That's exhausting. You clearly have some sort of magical capability, as you have displayed throughout the entrance exam.
Oh, you really were watching, were you?
Well, this is an entrance exam. There's so many ways to catch a spark. As a Dragon Rider, you will have to navigate a variety of situations. To be fair, I did lose track of you once you went into Edda's den. I gave them limits as to where to send their little eyes around. And Edda's cave was one of those.
All right. So some privacy in a sense. Especially for her and her new pup now.
I will say, I've never met someone who uses a rolling pin as their casting instrument, though. It's quite interesting.
What?
Very interesting. And he kind of smiles, and walks over to the amphitheater base and just starts walking up the stairs. You know, I've heard good things about you.
By who?
I think it'd be better if I didn't say. For now?
Belle obviously gets very tense.
To which I responded that I would have to see you with my own eyes. But it was duly noted. You are interesting. And it's very rare that we often get a sorcerer with a mysterious spark to their origins. In a world of
So,
tale weavers, it is a beautiful beginning to a little saga there. At least I think so. What do you think?
I have never had any. Well, okay, maybe a few, but I've never really had anyone like my poison, as some would call it. So, I don't know. I just want to understand it. See if it's something worth having, or if it. I guess I'm gonna ask for one thing, if you do decide to accept me and all that.
Oh, absolutely.
If it gets too much or too powerful or too dangerous for others, can there at least be a way to end it, no matter what it takes?
I mean, most likely. Can I pause for a second? Yes. Especially if it happens during the next 3 years. Then I can just come in and go, boop. There we go. But, to be honest with you, I have often found that there are very few situations that have such a distinct solution. That with enough of a spark of a little roundabout thinking, maybe a little even dangerous thinking, you can often find a solution for most situations that at least doesn't fully hurt you. I think that this is an interesting start. Plus, it's interesting watching all of you interact, and I want to see how the story keeps going.
Well, with what I've seen so far, with what I guess I've encountered with, it'll be an interesting story to tell.
Hopefully. He walks over to the podium, reaches in and pulls out a cloak. Do you want this? It'll force you to use those powers of yours. Whether you think you're ready for them or not.
Just tickle it like this. I'm sorry. It's just like dingle dingle. It just broke my character for a second. Did he say it will help me use my powers if I have the cape, or did he say?
He said,
I don't know.
alluding to like going to the school will test your ability to use your powers, whether you're ready for that or not.
Yeah. Just extends the hand out for it. if you're offering.
Yeah. And he kind of throws it up so it kind of goes and then drifts down. You snatch it out of the air and goes, "Welcome to Wormhole Academy. Congratulations."
Thank you.
Pulls out the flat cap. Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. 2 more quick things.
Of course. Kind of holds the flat cap and just sways it back and forth.
You're gonna do that a lot, are you? That's not my question. Anyways, can we visit Etta in the forest?
Well, that's up to her, really. I have no sway over what happens in the forests. Within the walls of the academy, I already told you the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you follow those, you can do whatever you wish.
Okay. And I don't know if it'll be possible, but I don't imagine any communication from the school and outwards happens a lot, but is there any chance I could send something back to someone, please?
Mail, all of you people wanting mail communication. I will heighten the priority of figuring out a secure way to pass missives from one place to another. Definitely not using the slowest flight speed avian creature in the animal kingdom.
I just want to let him know I made it.
I'm sure he already knows you have.
She's a little stunned when he says that.
That was 2 correct. Holds up the flat cap.
Okay, and will then just silently reach a hand into the cap.
I mean, if you have more questions, feel free to ask. But you stated too earlier, so.
Yeah. There's others, but I think we're gonna get to them in time. And also, I think I'll be here all day because sometimes I can yap, and there's other people that want to get in the academy. So
That's fair.
can there be another time I can chat with you? Finstrel said I could. Oh shit.
Maybe. I mean, I am a teacher here, so I will also have open whole hours. Each teacher will have a time where they're available in this lecture hall, and they just kind of hang out here for a few hours for open forum, almost. And I will be one of those. So, yes, of course.
All right.
Roll
Yeah, I don't
your
want to keep others waiting.
D20.
Okay, I need to actually get a D20 because all I have are my D12s.
So far, the rolls have been very nice and have rolled numbers that I have.
Yeah. That is... I got a 12, which is the highest number on a D12.
Perfect.
And I think one more question for the GM.
Yeah, of course.
When Erdine says that he's heard things about me, I would not have any inkling of who that could possibly be, right?
Make a instinct or knowledge reaction roll. I'd say.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was just thinking. That is a 14 reaction roll for instinct.
Okay. You wouldn't fully know. You would have like a large list. It could just be from the information he gathered in the woods. He heard good things about how you performed there. Hypothetically, it could be information from the night you landed on the beach, or maybe people back home, but that seems weird. There's no communication to the island from what he stated before. So, nothing too solid. A lot of hypotheses, but no solid distinction of one over the other.
Yeah, especially because, for reasons not a lot of people know.
You pull out the paper, and on it you see the name. Wait, scroll to the chart there. You see Hugrokk.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, I'll let him know. Hopefully he's not stuffing his face, but boy likes to eat a lot.
Well, well, as long as he's happy, there's plenty of food. Clotfril will love him for it, honestly.
Gray's very nice.
Indeed. Now, congratulations. We will start orientation after I kick some people out of this place. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And then she will head out. She's holding the cloak in her hand. I don't know if she knows whether to put it on or not. Because I think she's still pondering the words that he said that heard great things about me. What the hell does that mean? Just pondering that a little bit. But then eventually returns to the table and then goes over to Hugrokk. Hey, it's your turn. Good luck in there.
You are muted.
You're muted.
It's now happened to so many of us, and I feel so vindicated.
And thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Hugrokk. Best
Now
of
with
luck.
that, thank you. He's gonna grab 2 plates full of food and 2 mugs of ale and walk in.
You walk in.
Hello, I guess it's time for a drink.
You walk in, your plate's full of food. And you see Eadni is just standing in the center of the amphitheater. He goes, welcome, welcome. Ah, is that to share or is that for you?
To share. This must get tiring after a while.
Absolutely exhausting. And he grabs food and just kind of sits down next to you. Sits down in one of the amphitheater chairs, like at the top there. I've offered everyone else to pick where they sit, but I kind of want to sit here. Is that fine?
Just fine.
Wonderful. Plops down and starts just eating. Just keeps silently eating until eventually both of your plates are empty. This thing goes, at least one person here can sit in silence. That's appreciated.
Not all silence needs to be filled.
I agree. Though I do an awful bad job not filling it sometimes.
You're doing all right.
That's what they tell me. So, Vaughn, correct? No. No. That's Tail. Tail's from Vaughn. You're from the Cold One, Estos. That's it. Correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. Lots of people from Estos today. How would you define yourself if had to choose one word that was a profession?
Sorry, DM question. As a profession? Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
as a profession.
Oh, okay. Vagrant, currently.
Vagrant. Interesting. And why is that?
Just wandering a lot recently.
Searching or avoiding?
Both.
The best answer. How long?
It's been about 2 years now.
You won't get bored. It's 3 years of one island. Well, the third year you get to go out into the world and for your finals. But so 2 years on a stagnant island and then 1 year abroad.
From what I've seen so far, I doubt there'll be much opportunity for boredom, and perhaps there are answers here that I'm seeking as well.
Oh. Any hints on what answers you seek?
A way to become better, to find peace, and forgive myself, if possible.
Oh. Well, we may get along swimmingly then, actually.
Hugrokk actually chuckled at that.
Well, we have a lot of great thinkers and intelligent people and people vying for some form of power. There's one of these I have to do later that is going to be quite hell. Depending on how things go, if anything gets too wild out in the lobby, just feel free to handle or react in any way you see fit. Would you if none at all? Then that's perfectly fine too. I can handle it myself. Big
I
talk,
think we're going to
suppose.
get along just fine.
Wonderful. Well, I've offered everyone else questions. Any questions for me?
What's your favorite drink?
Ooh. You know, I'm not that big of a drinker. I'm much more of a smoker, though. And you can see that behind him there is a glass that is now mostly watered down from the melted ice, and kind of to the and kind of like just gained a little. Well, didn't gain anything because the water displacement in the mouth. It's watered down, and kind of the frosted glass around that's just been untouched. And you kind of pick at on his waistband. There's a tiny little leather sheath almost that just has a long wood stem pipe hanging from off his hip.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the honesty.
I like to speak in honesty. Makes things more straightforward more often than not.
Agreed.
One last question. Actually, I think I'll let your actions answer that one. And he steps back and just grabs the cloak from behind, hands it to you. Welcome to the academy.
Take the cloak. Thank you.
Now, roll a... Yep, still a d20. For me.
All right, we just need Dante and Lo.
9.
9.
You pull out the name Tash Calipar.
Oh, yes.
Part of me, like, I like that one of us got him. I was really hoping it was going to be Belle.
Oh, I've heard some interesting things about that one. Hardy told me about him. Said to give him a chance. So that's always a good preface to meeting someone.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay.
If you don't
I'll
mind.
let them know.
Appreciated.
Cool.
I'm going to try to climb up to that banister over there. And you see he walks over and starts he kind of grabs one of the mahogany beams and starts slowly climbing up to an upward rafter up above.
Huh. Neat. And then I'll walk out.
Secretly, Chelsea's hoping that Tash gets in because of all the chaos he would cause. That's Chelsea hoping.
Right. You exit back out. Find Tash, who is still just sitting right next to Hardy.
I'll just slam the paper down in front of him and walk away.
Ooh. Thank you, Scary Man. Oh, my. My turn. Here we go. Walks in.
And there he goes.
More time passes. More people enter and exit until eventually you see the cloaked mechanical, the cloak clank that Giselle was talking to, enter in. And almost immediately, maybe not 15 seconds after entering, he leaves. Slams the door. There's no door. Marches down the hallway, walks over to Giselle, leans forward, says something that those of you with a instinct of +2 would see a flash of guilt mixed with fear as he pulls back. And as he pulls back, you see she kind of like flinches a little bit as like the tip of her chin goes past her face. He turns and stomps out of Wormhole Academy.
Oh shit.
Eadni walks out a moment later and goes, some people are just sore losers, really. Anyway, Giselle, dear, are you alright? She just kind of slowly nods and goes, very well. Lo, if you would follow me, please.
Seeing what just happened, head kind of looking towards the table, just cloak draped over, suddenly hear his name, and they go, yes, of course. And without saying anything to the table, they just follow.
You got this, Lo.
You follow behind. Following in, Eadni walks down the steps, kind of having a slight skip as he bounces over multiple steps at a time every so often. Hops up and kind of lands, twisting midair on top of the podium on the stage. And looks at you, crossing his legs in front of him, and goes, what is your favorite breed of dog?
Rue.
Ah, yes. I agree. Most indubitably, you have fine tastes.
I just don't like terriers or ones that put their teeth out before they're barked.
Ah, I will admit terriers aren't my favorite, but
You have them in your library.
I do. And that is mostly because, while I do not like them, they sadly still have the right to a happy and joyful existence. Even
Someone's
if I
been
personally have
stealing
qualms. Someone's been stealing from me.
from your library. You're missing a book.
True. At least I know that it's missing now, unlike if it went missing when you found it.
I knew you knew I was there. There's no lying to a wizard, especially in his own home.
Is that what you think I am?
Well, a liar, a thief, a vagrant. I've heard all tales about you. We've told so many about you and your kind, your dragon riders.
Which one got the biggest crowd?
Do you want me to lie or do you want me to say the truth?
Truth is usually less complicated.
Oh, I think truth is much more complicated.
Depends if you care about consequences.
I tried to steal something from a great wizard, dragon rider's library. Do you think I care about consequences?
No. So truth is not complicated then.
No. Lying is complicated because you have to remember what you said.
It's true.
Truth, you already know what you said.
It's true. Even, and those remembering what you said gets even more complicated with the span of 200 years.
Especially when people start telling stories about you and start doing plays. Do you start to believe the fiction? Does it reassure you that the choices that you made in your past are better than what they actually were? I'm curious. That's all.
You know, it's interesting. But not as interesting as why you were in the library. Why were you in the library?
Oh, well. I'm curious about my surroundings. That was the only room that was locked. I'm curious about what people hide behind locked doors.
That's fair. To be fair, the door outside was locked too.
Oh, well. Keeping us in is different than keeping something out.
That's fair. Why the author of all people? Some footnote to the grand mythos of the world we live in.
I don't know why someone would want to steal that book. Do you?
Well, the author is highly debated in philosophical circles. Some say that he never existed in the first place and he's just a political tool to guide a certain sect of followers in a particular direction. Others say that he did fully exist and that he is the actual creator of this realm and that his children stole it from him, opposed to the more common accepted version where he was power hungry and greedy and his children relinquished him of that power and greed. So, probably just curiosity, really. There's not many books on him, especially not one that big.
And you had it and it's gone.
Yes. A little off-putting. But I'm not too worried about it. It was actually here before I was, so I'm sure it's fine.
Your lackadaisical calmness in this circumstance, should that give me ease or concern?
Ease in this case, I believe. I mean, they don't really have much place to go. They could hide in the mountains, but they would most likely be killed by what lives there. They could hide in the forest, but I would eventually find them. They could try swimming, but the island moves, and if you try swimming from the island whilst it's moving, you would instantly get drowned by the tides it creates.
Are you naive or are you just testing me? You think that it's one of the initiates?
Well, do you think it's one of the teachers?
It could only be. People that had access and knowledge to it. I was the only person, the first person, from what I understood, from the initiates that was in that room.
Who do you think it is?
Oh. I
First
can't
impression.
tell you that. First impressions.
Just
I think
based
it
off
was you.
first impressions. Me? No, that's a good one.
Yes.
That is the most logical answer, actually.
You not having it there, instantly knowing that it was which book was missing before I said anything.
Oh, well, the dogs told me that.
Oh, the dogs speak, of course they do.
Speak is gracious. They...
Oh, you know their thoughts.
Exactly. Anyone can. It's not me exclusively. They just don't talk to everyone because once someone finds out that you can talk, then everyone wants to talk to you, and it's exhausting, and they understand the good life of not having to talk to every single person that walks by you.
Look, as a druid, I would love to speak while I was in an animal form. Is that something I can learn here? If I get in, of course, because it doesn't seem like the test has begun. It seems like the interrogation's the first part.
Oh, yes. To both questions. To both questions.
I figured.
It took about 3 years for the eggs of the various dragon riders' children to start affecting the land around them. We here have the egg of the psychic dragon. It's what makes the island move. That's how it has affected this chunk of land, having sat here for 200 years as well. The dogs of the island, while not being here long, have been here, not being here as long as the egg, have still been here for about 150 years. Well, not the dogs that are currently here. That doesn't extend their lifespan, but you know, the generations of dogs and the more dogs that I bring in. So the longer you stay, the more the egg will affect you and its proximity. Everyone from every nation is affected by the egg that they reside next to, in some way, shape, or form.
That is why you need us for 3 years.
Well, 3 years was more just like the perfect time to teach you everything that you need to learn. You gaining a benefit based off the psychic egg is just a very nice boon, and I can enroll that in the graduation present at the end.
Spoiling presents.
It's only part of it. If you only spoil part of the presents, they're still a surprise, so... I'm awful at keeping secrets like that, so I have to tie in little loopholes like that, so I don't spoil the whole shebang.
There we are again with truth and lying. So, what's my actual test?
What have people been saying out there about what happens in here?
I hate to be a broken record, but do you want the truth or a lie?
We've been handing in mostly truth for this whole conversation.
from what I've heard.
Actually, seeing as this is my last question, just to spice things up, tell me the lie.
You're perfectly sane. And everything so far has made sense.
Perfect. It's much easier to get things done that way. Fabulous. Walks over. Goes, one final truth.
How do I turn them back? I know you know.
That is an answer that I cannot give you as we continue to speak in our truths, but one that you will learn through your travels here.
And in truth, the reason why I'm here.
Kind of brings the two edges of the half cape together and hands them to you. You will find them. It is a power that I do not possess, but a power that is well within the scope of dragon riders that have existed.
May I indulge you on one more truth?
Yes.
The clank before me, why did he get rejected?
Those who constantly live at a certain level of social status quickly forget that the actual world is not quite as kind as they are used to. And that is accentuated once mixed with the mindset of nobility. And that is as close to a truth as I can give you in the matter, unfortunately.
And if you were brazen in saying that, you would just say that the individual is a bit of an untitled prick.
Yes, absolutely, actually.
Good. Sounds like we'll have plenty to learn from each other then.
That is the true joy of teaching. Now, you may not know it, but there is only one name left in this hat.
Oh, I knew before I walked in this room. I can count, my friend.
At least someone can. I'm horrible with math.
That's all
That's
right.
Minstrel's job.
Could you do me a favor, though?
Yes.
Could you summon like a piece of paper and have it be a written exam and just psych him out at the beginning? Just for old time's sake. Maybe have it so that every time he uses a pencil, it breaks during the beginning. Just for a bit of joy in your last interview.
You know, there are many skills that are required to be a dragon rider. One of those is seeing through the veil of deception. I do believe that this would be a good way to test that capability.
Oh, that... And I first wasn't sure if we were going to get along. It seems I was wrong.
Well, I find it's useful to wear many masks.
Very well. I'll go get Variedawnt.
Congratulations, and we will see you at orientation.
Thank you, Professor. Liege?
Grand Cola.
Daddy? I don't know which
No,
one.
no, not Daddy. I
Very well.
nay say that one. Granddaddy. Whoop. Grand Cola.
I'm glad someone at least asked that so that we could get off the table.
Grand Cola Eadni, but you can just call me Eadni.
Adney the daddy. Got it. Understood. And they bow and they walk out of the room.
As you walk out of the room, you hear Ernie start mumbling to himself as he walks behind the podium and starts like pulling things out from it. You exit back into the dining hall.
No paper in hand. And I go over and I sit next to Variedawnt and I go, you can count, correct?
Sometimes. But I'm guessing it's finally me.
Indeed. I was going to ask you to count all the cloaks. Also, best of luck. Everyone else before me has cried. Quite a rude man. Also, he asked me to have you address him as Daddy on the way in. It's some kind of test, like a secret word that we have to pass on to each other.
Understood.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Was there like a tone with that, or just Daddy?
I think a tone is. I think you'll find the tone in your own voice.
Understood.
I think he's looking for the authenticity of the command you have in the room. So be more commanding with it.
Understood. Oriana, may I borrow a writing utensil just in case?
Absolutely. And she'll fish in her pocket and pull out one of the probably 15 pencils she has.
He said he would have all the utensils you needed.
Well, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Very well.
It's better to be prepared.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations, Lo.
Yeah. If I'm the last one, they might be out of ink or unsharpened or something. So it's always good to have backup.
Lo will grab a bottle of wine, nothing too strong, and we'll pour 2 glasses and push one over to Belle.
Aw.
Cheers!
Cheers.
And once Variedawnt's out of range and inside the door, they are just going to start fucking cracking up.
Of course you had something to do with the last test.
Games are so much fun to play. To us.
To us. Cheers.
As the clink of glass echoes behind you, Variedawnt, you walk down the hallway, enter into the large circular chamber. And you welcome. If you would walk down to the middle row and sit on the end table, you will see a small packet on the desk. It is a multiple choice questionnaire with a long form answer at the end. You have 20 minutes to fulfill this test. Just so you know, you can only really get 2 questions wrong or you fail. So, good luck. And hopefully you brought your own pencil.
I did. Now, do you prefer just Daddy or Daddy Eadni?
Low. And that is where we will end today's session. Entering back in with Variedawnt, one-on-one with Eadni, and then orientation, which could be quite interesting. So,
Saving the best for last.
Oh boy. That's not going to be on my mind for the next 2 weeks.
now you just get to think of some questions. See, you get to go last. You got to see what everyone else got to do. You can
Mhm.
think of some fun things. Awesome job, everyone. That was so much fun.
Yay, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you for indulging me in 4 hours of full straight RP session. RP.
Hey, that's what I do half the time in my other games. We love it.
Good RP. You gotta learn a lot about each other.
Yeah, no, the lore and then the little espionage into the library, the banter
my
between
God,
each
love.
other and Eadni. So good. So good. I loved it. It was so much fun.
Sorry for all the chaos.
No, it's fine. I just
No, never.
realized I just made Belle a very teenage version of myself when I was younger with so much stress and anxiety. Like, what the hell?
Hey, a tale as old as time using TTRPG to connect with your inner child.
Tale as old as time, Belle, Beauty and the Beast, Disney. Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for playing with me tonight and just blowing me away with your storytelling. It was so much fun. I love where
Ruby's
this story's going
pumped,
so far.
throwing stuff and everything.
Thrown on the ground.
No!
Thank you so much to everyone who followed and subscribed today, as well as thank you to Scree for raiding and all of you raiders for joining in. We're gonna head over to our ending soon screen soon and raid into someone else. Oh, sorry, excuse me. But thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you again in 2 weeks' time. So that will be April 20. Nope. Yep, April 26th.
26?
26th. Yes, there we go.
Because 19th is the next
Oh,
week.
it confused me because we just ticked over after midnight, so I'm like, it's not Monday. It technically is Monday. So yes, April 26th will be our next session. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the on the Fable of Atramen's Instagram for any updates, as well as more lore videos that should be rolling out within the next couple of weeks. So
I'm so excited.
take care of yourselves. Take care of those people you love. Be kind in general. And we will see you all later.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.